Welcome to another Cthulhu Caverns with your host, Dirty B, and the savages he keeps amongst them. They come to bring chaos to the world. But your mom loves us. Your dad doesn't.
Yo.
What the fuck is good, America?
Live in the caverns.
And I guess around the world, too. You know, I can't limit my viewers to America. There's probably people from around the world watching.
Yeah, Bulgaria or some shit.
Hell yeah.
So, obviously, judging by Knight's beautiful face paint.
I'm Knight, by the way.
Yeah. If you didn't notice, he's playing whiteface today.
I'm doing the opposite of the Batman.
Did we just start this off politically incorrect?
I'm doing this as the Joker who's black.
We don't try to do this on purpose. We're just foul human beings. So it just comes out like that.
That's what the caverns is for, man. Welcome to the Cthulhu.
Man, I don't know what I got. I don't know. I mean, I've been sitting here on this couch. All of a sudden, Knight's fucking white facing, fucking Dirt's talking about butt fucking Bill Gates in order to get fucking money, dog.
Right. She's just back there just taking notes. She's like, I see all of y'all vulnerabilities and weaknesses.
Yeah, no. Danny's just a victim of circumstance.
Little do y'all know, she's been behind the scenes writing bars to battle all of us. She's gonna take us on 3-on-1.
3-on-1.
Yeah, she's being creepily silent. I don't know how to do it.
I'll get Secret Service security to shoot you in Germany.
Ooh.
In an aircraft to take off and land vertically. The fact that I ain't treated like a queen is absurd to me.
Ooh. Danny bars.
Danny bars.
Yep. And then she could be like, Skyylos, I bet you couldn't operate a hollow with your eyes low. I don't know.
But I'll take your fucking arm off with my eyes closed.
Be like,
and rip your throat out so you'll never sing a high note.
He was until I bitch slapped the pigment out of his skin with the backhand. I'm just kidding.
Ooh, Danny bars.
Hey, look, now he's whiteface.
That was.
So it happens and Danny fucking puts that motherfucking hand to you. And yeah, she is Danny D.
D's nuts, nigga.
D's nuts. Hey, no.
Danny D's nuts.
On the weekend, she grows a 12-inch long dick and performs on Pornhub, you know? With all your favorites, Mandy Muse, Adriana Cheshchik, whatever the fuck her name is.
The Pornhub channel is called Cinderella Dick.
If you say my fucking girl's name, we gonna box.
That one bitch named something Khalifa.
Don't do it. Oh, Mia Khalifa.
I know who it is.
Yeah, fuck that bitch. Tell me, oh, they didn't pay me. Then why did you suck them dicks?
Because she had to.
Because she's a goddamn lie. That bitch got...
It happened one time in college. We were all looking for tuition money.
Look, that bitch got $5,000 every time they pressed record. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, I don't want to hear that shit.
So. Nah, listen, porn's a lucrative business.
She's talking about, oh, woe is me, in a fucking Beverly Hills mansion.
Let me tell you why. This is a sad reality why porn is such a lucrative business. People are so insecure with themselves sexually.
Yeah. So that's why we're opening shit about
right
that.
Now in the Cthulhu caverns, all of us will get naked and be comfortable as fuck.
As fuck. Matter of fact, you know what? Hold up. What? You just brought up a great point. One of these times, we're gonna do this naked.
I do it naked.
We're gonna do it naked.
I'd be naked right now.
We're gonna do it naked. We're gonna lose a lot of viewers, or we're gonna gain a bunch.
Probably gonna gain a bunch.
I'm
not gonna lie, I love the shit out of me naked.
Look, so far this is the energy that we need. It was such a shitty week. Yesterday I attempted to get shit faced, and I got super buzzed. I didn't get shit faced.
He yelled at me on a video chat.
Yeah, 'cause I need friends.
Like loudly, like, why are you so loud? I'm right here, like I can hear you. Your internet's not even fucked up at this point. He's just yelling. Can you hear me? Come over! I'm like, Dirt, I hear you. I'm in the store and shit. You know what I mean? There's people around me.
I wonder how many people would listen to this if I did an audio version and uploaded it to Spotify.
Ooh, that's a good question. You should ask your
in the comments. In the comments, would you listen to this at work or whatever? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would.
I would too. I'm not because I'm like riding my own dick or anything, but almost every time I do a Cthulhu Caverns, the next day at work I listen to it.
Shit. We talk about a lot of shit.
Yeah, kind of.
Sometimes it gets deep to the point where
it does.
You know, it's almost on a level where you could, you know what I mean? You could market this shit, man.
I mean, look, this is the place where everything that we talk about is our true actual opinions.
That's a fact.
And we're the least judgmental people on the planet. We talk a lot of shit, but we don't really care what you are.
Nah. Or who you are.
Or who you are, yeah. Like, dude, everything all the way down to an abomination and aliens, bro. We don't give a shit. Come on.
Dude, I'd love to meet an alien.
You know what? Can I tell you a story? I'm not sure if this is true or not, but in one of these deep dives I did one time, just going down the rabbit hole when they did a bunch of releasing, like declassified shit.
Mm-hmm.
This one report was talking about they went out looking for people that they thought would be okay with it, but what they did is they hired some like extreme veteran, pretty much seen all the things you could think of motherfuckers, and they're like, all right, we need you to work on this project with some things. So anyways, they get to the site or whatever, and it's aliens. It's supposedly aliens. Now, I'm not saying I believe this all the way, but 10% of me is like, maybe. But
maybe.
But I guess they had, like, as soon as they seen them, they just psychologically broke. They tried their hardest to actually do the job, but they couldn't even do their job. They were too freaked out. So if that's
okay, I think
let's pretend that's true.
Right. Let me put it in this perspective. I feel like I've seen the darkest parts of humankind. People that I thought was so
more than a special service
to me.
Or special forces, like
no, like
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Not more than, but I think that I've seen.
Oh, we've all seen some shit.
You know,
Yep.
where like just the darkest depths of humankind.
Yeah.
To where I've seen. Like, not for nothing, I'm not gonna name no names because I'm not that kind of dude. But where I grew up in Florida, there was a rapper at the time who was pretty prominent. Anyway, before rap and the fame he got from that, he was in the streets. He had ties. Somebody literally fronted an undisclosed amount of money, a very large sum, from this guy worth of a substance. You know what I mean? Allegedly. Allegedly, that person didn't get paid and put their infant child in an oven.
Oh.
With a crowbar, like, holding it from being kicked or pushed open.
Damn.
You know what I mean? In retaliation. That's pretty fucking dark.
That is pretty fucking dark.
And afterwards, like, people seen him after and didn't, freak the fuck out. I mean, of course, we thought of him different. You know what I mean? And how the fuck did you get out of any kind of prison sentence doing that? You had to have some money and ties and things of that nature. But once I seen that and, the dude on the Vegas Strip just lighting people the fuck up and, you know what I mean? Just a bunch of different shit that we've seen in our lifetime.
There's a lot of chaos going on right now.
I feel as if, like, if I met an alien at this point, like, nigga, you the tip of the iceberg, bro.
Well, Danny,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I high-key feel like the world's going to descend into anarchy in the next 5 years.
Well, Danny, I feel like it's kind of weird because I've never asked you this in actual real life in person, and I'm doing it for the first time on Cthulhu Caverns. Have you ever thought you seen a UFO?
Oh, yeah, I've had some sketchy stuff happen. I don't know if we had told you about the night down on the beach, how we seen that stuff.
Refresh me.
Right off the ocean. It was like, I don't know, we were just standing out there and it like came in really fast and it was like right over the beach and it just like stopped.
Huh.
And me and him were like, what is that? And then like right as like we were like looking at it, it just like took off, but like as it took off it like vanished. Like it was like gone.
See, look, I've seen the one UFO I seen, and it was like, it wasn't no bullshit. It was no like a star in the sky or some gases or something. The one that we saw, and I've told this story before, so I'm not going to go all into it, but me and a friend just so happened to be looking up because we were discussing stars, and right above our head, something that was in the shape of a Native American arrowhead. It had like a tri-prong back and then a pointy head. And it looked like it had like a rib cage going up the middle with wires coming out of it because it just caught a glimpse of it, and it was bone colored, and it had no lights, it had no sound, no nothing, and right above our heads it said, And it was so fast that we only caught like maybe a 2-second glimpse of it, and it didn't disappear into the horizon. It was there, and it was here, then it was gone.
That's like how that was. Yeah.
So, and I, as a person that studied physics, I don't know of anything that can break the sound barrier and not make a noise. Because this was maybe, you know how tall power poles are, right? With the, well, you know, the lights, street lights. It was about 4 or 3 of those high. That's how high above us it was. Nothing. If we would have chucked a rock really hard, we would have hit it.
So let me ask you this, since now we on that subject, that brings us to the first thing on the list here.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now we can like go into that.
Oh, yes, you're right. Oh, my God. All of my nerds out there, please listen in, bro. Oh, my God.
I'm a nerd. Nerd Nation.
Everybody out there that's enjoyed all the work that the Hubble has done since it's been up there for the last 20 years.
That's the Hubble Space Station.
Yeah, Hubble Space Telescope. All right, so the Hubble Space Telescope only sees in optical, or sees in like what we see. It sees all the colors we see. Yeah. It's an optical lens, and it has 1,000 times optical zoom. That's pretty big. But
it can see some shit.
The James Webb telescope is going to be able to see in infrared, pick up radio signals, and I think it has optical capabilities, and they said it's going to be able to see 1 million times magnification.
Damn.
So
think about what we're about to get introduced to, people.
Well, we're about to learn a lot, because with the technology that we have already, we could only see so far back in the past. Because here's the problem. Here's why and by the way, it's going to be December 18th. It's launching, so everybody, fingers crossed. Let's fucking hope that everything goes good. Because they've been working on this fucking telescope since 1994.
Forever.
And they missed multiple opportunities because of funding and whatever the fuck. COVID really shut it down. But this is about to be a game changer, because one of the problems we have when we're visualizing space is a lot of the light that sits behind particle clouds or anything like that. We only catch little pieces of the light because it gets filtered through. So with infrared, we'll be able to see the most faintest light of, the red spectrum, infrared or whatever. So we'll be able to look through dust clouds way farther in the past than we've ever seen. Because obviously you guys should know that the light speed matters. If the sun stopped working right now and just blacked out, it would take 4 minutes for us to realize that. So for 4 minutes, you'd be like, oh, you didn't know that just seconds ago the sun died. And then all of a sudden, blackness. But, yeah, so the speed
Nerd Nation unite.
Right, the speed in which the light travels across the universe to meet your eyeballs, we're about to be able to see way past that.
And faster.
And not
in real time. That's gonna be nuts, bro. Think about the stuff that goes on in a galaxy every day, in space every day. The movement of these planets, the shifting of these moons.
Well, we've always known, not always known, but since as of like last 20 years, we've known of exoplanets, planets outside of our solar system. Yeah. So now we've known about the planets, but we can't see far enough to see if there's more in each. Because all right. When a star forms, it's going to have some leftover shit. That leftover shit becomes planets, gas giants, and rocky planets. So every star technically has at least one satellite. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to be able to see different solar systems that have nothing to... Because we only understand the universe judged by what we can see around us. Yeah. So once we are able to see, because there's a planet, I don't know the name, it's some numbers and some letters, but there's a planet that's a gas giant. They call it a giant or a big Jupiter or something like that, and it's so close to its star that it shouldn't even exist. It should ignite. And actually, the star, it's so close to its star that it's actually taking material from that planet every time it orbits. So we're going to be able to see how that happens, why it works like that. You know what I'm saying? That's just outrageous to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nation in the comments right now for that.
And if you guys are, it is going to be December 18th when it jumps. If you guys are interested in looking into it yourself, it's called the James Webb Telescope. So that is that's really fucking some nerd shit
Yeah,
for me.
that's some big shit.
And for the years in the making too.
Also, on another nerd note, let's get into some.
I guess while we're nerding out, I'm not gonna go too crazy with it, but it's been confirmed. I think Ghost House is getting down on it.
What's that?
Spawn.
The reboot. Yeah, I heard.
Not just a reboot, but a reimagining. Because Todd McFarlane, the first time he tried to launch it, the only people that were down to make it were Warner Brothers, and at the time they were like, "Yeah, it's got to be PG." And anybody that knows Spawn,
you can't do Spawn PG.
you can't do a PG
You
Spawn.
can't do a PG. That's like doing Deadpool PG-13.
Yeah, it's just not going to work. It's not going to work. But nowadays, PG-13 doesn't really mean shit.
Yo, The Rock finally got his Black Adam role.
Yeah, I seen the commercial.
He's been fighting that forever, bro. He's been fighting for that forever.
I watched the trailer. That shit looks good.
7 years, legitimately, that I know of that he's been fighting for that role.
The fact that the Dwayne The Rock Johnson hasn't already been a superhero is kind of crazy.
Nobody would greenlight that movie. He's the villain. Black Adam's not a hero. He's like,
No?
I mean, he's an anti-hero.
Yeah, he's Shazam's villain.
Like Venom.
Shit. Yeah, but he's
He's Venom.
He's Shazam's Venom.
Okay.
You know what
So
I
he's in
mean?
the Shazam universe.
Yeah.
He has the exact same powers as Shazam.
Oh,
He just
touche.
had them longer, and he's older.
Oh, so he's got way more experience doing what the fuck he does.
Yes, definitely.
That's gangster, bro. I'm glad.
Yeah, me too. And on Nerd Nation note again, that Robert Pattinson Batman trailer. Bro.
Oh my god.
I haven't seen the
Oh my
trailer
God.
he's talking
watch
about.
it, bro.
Oh my god,
haven't
watch
seen-
it.
Can we air it now?
No,
because
we
they'll
can't.
cut us.
Yeah,
All
they'll cut
right,
us.
so after this, I'm gonna challenge Dirty V to watch this.
No,
Yeah,
no,
no,
yeah,
I'm
you gotta
gonna watch it as soon as because I've
It
seen
was
pieces.
fucking good.
I have seen a trailer, but it was so long
And
ago.
listen,
Oh,
I highly
yeah,
doubt it
no.
happened.
know how I am about Batman. Y'all know how I am about Batman. They ain't gave us a good goddamn Batman movie yet.
Yeah, we were all skeptical.
Christian Bale did
was
the
close.
best.
Yeah,
Dark
no.
Knight was
Did the best.
Yeah, I was about to say
But
Dark
that
Knight's
shit
almost
still
untouchable.
was tired if you're talking about him versus any animated Batman movie. This motherfucker wrecks ass in the animated movies. Like,
You know what I
he
really like
fucks
about Batman,
people
though?
up, bro.
Well, you know what I really truly enjoy about Batman?
What's up?
Not that anybody can do it if you had enough money.
Him, yes.
Not if you were like the best martial artist.
Even
'cause
if you really didn't have enough money, look at Dick Grayson. He was broke. And Batman didn't give him shit. He didn't give him access to all them gadgets and shit. He was like, nigga, you work for me. What he do as Nightwing? Made his own shit. You had to.
Well, the one thing that I can relate to the most is after a long night of vigilanteism, he comes home, takes his suit off, cleans up his blood, and nurses his bruises.
That's a fact.
Fucking sits down, takes a big fat ass nap.
Smoke a blunt or two.
You know, Alfred wakes him up in the middle of the night with some motherfucking shrooms and a tea. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, nigga, drink this. Yeah.
right. And dude, Alfred, bro, the most loyal motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
The most gangsta
Hey,
butler
Danny, who
ever.
your favorite superhero right now?
I don't know this. I want to know
who your
this.
favorite super? If you had to pick one, who your favorite superhero? Danny D. Who your
Superhero.
favorite superhero?
Be on the spot.
Yeah.
I mean, not really. I mean, just what?
just shooting the shit.
What superhero would you actually kind of be excited to go see a movie of if it was going to be a good one?
If it was gonna be a good
Like
one,
full budget, $700 million film.
Hulk.
There we go. There we go.
Same here, man.
Yes.
I'm
for
still
sure.
I'm still pissed that they didn't come out with an Incredible Hulk movie
they're
in the
fighting right
Marvel
now.
universe.
Listen, Disney is gonna have to pay out the ass, and they're gonna.
I heard through the grapevine
They're suing
that they're
for
supposed to be trying to do Hulk.
World War Hulk.
World War Hulk.
Yes, they are.
Because they
Here's
hinted
what
to
happens.
it. They hinted to it though.
did.
In Ragnarok.
And Ragnarok was Planet Hulk,
Yeah.
basically.
Well,
Live
when
action.
the dog thing bit him and some of his blood hit the ground in that desert-like terrain, some life was growing where his blood stopped.
I remember that. Yeah,
Yeah. So.
Planet Hulk.
Yeah.
So when they did the Planet Hulk animated movie, it
Which
was
I actually did watch.
essentially
I did watch
Ragnarok.
that.
It was essentially Ragnarok, except Thor wasn't in it. They had Beta Ray Bill.
Yeah, and he got his ass beat too.
He did get his ass beat.
He gave
But
Hulk a run for his money though.
Who's not gonna get the ass beat against the Hulk? Listen, in the Marvel universe, there is literally two people strong enough to fight the Hulk: Captain Marvel and motherfucking Thanos.
I wouldn't care with Captain Marvel if it wasn't for Brie fucking cunt Larson.
And only Thanos.
Brie Larson, if you see this,
fuck Brie Larson.
I hope you drive into oncoming traffic.
Yo, let me tell you why. Because she came in
What
real
a
cocky. Real cocky.
Yeah,
Like,
she's
so
like-
what? You're
she's
the
like-
strongest character.
Yeah, I didn't need any of these guys boosting me up. Blah, blah, blah.
fucking
Bitch, you wouldn't have a fucking movie if it wasn't for Iron Man.
That's a fact. Shout out Robert Downey Jr.
God damn it.
Fair.
She gonna sit right next to Iron Man, Thor, and Captain America swearing she didn't need any of that.
Listen.
Bitch, you tripping.
I'm not going to front. Captain America's my least favorite.
Same here, bro. Fuck Roger, whatever the fuck his tired ass last name is.
Steve Rogers.
Steve Rogers
is an impeccable icon as far as heroism go. But they made Chris fucking Evans redo his Marvel role. I don't really feel like that's fair.
Yeah, no, I can't get jiggy with fucking
can't get
Captain
jiggy
America.
with it.
I really can't get jiggy
Now,
with Captain Marvel now.
Hold up. If this may be a spoiler alert, so let me spoiler
Cover your
alert
ears.
it right now. If you haven't watched any of the Marvel shows, hint, hint, Danny, cover your ears. So now that we have,
This is really hard. I can still hear you.
so now that we have that,
Charlie.
now that we have that, Black Captain America. So now that we have that,
You can't even.
Well, you know,
continue.
she pretty much knows the premise of.
well, look with
what
that,
happened.
with
Like
that,
Sam Wilson gave up the shield. He
Like-
didn't want the shield. The show's premise is him giving up the shield to the government. Of course, this is the United States shield. Here you go. No, fuck, it's not. Steve gave it to you, nigga. You should have kept it. He gave it back to the government, and they gave it to some subpar ass soldier who thought he was gonna be Captain America. Then they made a bootleg super soldier serum and was like, oh, we'll make a bunch of Captain Americas. It works on some people, it don't work on others. All of them niggas is violent as hell. Old boy takes the super soldier serum, thinks he's Captain America, beats a dude to death with the shield in front of everyone.
not something corny
Not
ass Steve
something
Rogers
that
would have did.
Captain America would do. So Falcon went and took that motherfucking shield back.
He should have never relinquished
He
it.
shouldn't have.
Fuck Falcon as a role, bro.
Yeah.
I'd give that shit up instantly.
But now that Falcon's blacked in America,
Blacked in America.
blacked in America, nigga.
Hey, but hey, can we get back to the original fucking black superhero Al Simmons?
Yes, back to Spawn. Bro.
I didn't even finish that. So listen, so Todd McFarlane
Idris Elba for Spawn.
you know what, bro?
That would be good. I
That's
would
never
watch
crossed
that.
my fucking
I would
mind.
fucking watch that.
No, it's got to be Michael Jai White.
Yeah, because he's a fighter. He's a.
It's got to be Michael Jai White. He's got the
He's not
voice.
gonna do it
He's
again,
got the
bro.
build.
He's not. Gonna
He's
do it
got
again.
to, man.
He's
But,
not
all right,
gonna do it
but
again.
hold up. You guys are missing actually the biggest point because it could be anybody because he's not really gonna have that big of a role in his own movie. So
It's about.
I'm about to spoiler alert before the movie even comes out. Nobody
Spoiler
like it
alert.
ain't even got a trailer yet, but I be deep diving, bro. I really give a fuck about Spawn. So check it out.
Getting hot in here.
The new Spawn movie is not going to be a superhero movie. It's going to be a horror movie. And
Guess who's playing the leading roles?
if you have followed Spawn at all, then you guys should know Twitch and Pulowski or
fat guy, the
Fat Boy.
guy?
I don't remember his
Yeah,
fucking name.
I
But,
feel like that is Twitch. That's Twitch.
Nah, Twitch is Twitch.
You know, Twitch is the skinny,
the skinny one.
yeah, skinny crackhead dude.
Oh.
His partner is fat.
Yeah, so they're about to base it around them in the alley murders.
So here's what you would need to go if you want to do backstories on Spawn. He had a brief animated series that was on HBO. You can see what
And it
we're exactly talking
It
about.
actually touched very lightly on the Spawn
It
story.
did.
Todd
It
McFarlane.
did. Very lightly.
Because you know what? They didn't have the money to do Spawn
Like his
Armageddon.
his Angel Saga and all that.
Yeah, no, they didn't have the money to do that. That would have been outrageous. There'd have been so much animation.
If somebody
Yep.
really did put the money up for that, you would have made a crazy bank.
So that's why I don't believe in
Back
any
then,
kind of
you
like
would've made crazy bank. It was possible though. Think about X-Men animated series. They did a lot of shit.
they did pretty all right.
They did a lot
I
of
just
shit.
hate the X-Men because it's like fucking one superhero's powers split up between 25 nobodies.
Well, that's because each of them was different. You know what I think X-Men was for me, man, as a kid? It was basically a show about racism.
I guess, yeah.
Think about
the
it.
way they looked at the mutants.
The
yeah.
way they looked at the mutants. Charles Xavier was the only one to give him a chance. Why? Because he,
Well,
he was a mutant beforehand. As soon as he got in a wheelchair, everybody shunned him.
Well, with you posing that argument, that makes it a little bit more relevant to me. But if you just take that out of the equation, it's a bunch of mediocre fucking superheroes.
And I like Gambit. That was my favorite.
The only
character as a
look,
kid.
all you could end that entire show with Jean Grey.
Yeah, because
Yep.
she basically.
That bitch could just go and fucking rip you apart.
She went bad Phoenix and then became good Phoenix, where she could control.
I just
Dark
reached in my
Phoenix?
pocket and forgot I got cotton fucking candy, bitch.
Yo, it's about to go down.
Oh,
I'm about
boy.
to-
All right, so now that we off the subject of Nerd Nation,
Yeah.
right?
Let's open up our topic list.
Let's go right,
right.
to the next one, man.
So now this is something important to me,
yeah, this is
and
Dirty's-
Skyylo
this is
knew.
Dirty's- This is Dirty's kind of lane right here. what we talking
Like
about.
I'm sure Skyylo was listening to Mudvayne before he came around
I've
me.
listened to Mudvayne before.
But listen, I am a dick sucker for Mudvayne, bro.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh
gonna-
yeah, we will
in
both
public.
tell you.
I literally since 2001, not a single day has passed that I haven't listened to Mudvayne at least once, unless I slept through the whole day or some crazy shit. Anytime that I've been around the internet or I needed music to be playing, Mudvayne has played every day since 2001.
Yo,
How many years?
sometimes this motherfucker, we be drunk, and that's all he'll listen to.
That's a damn fact.
Well, all right,
That's a damn
so-
fact.
so-
Can we switch up the playlist?
Look, Mudvayne to me,
Mudvayne.
has a very special place because you know how Pharrell makes like just happy, not just because of the song "Happy." Most of his music is kind of like
Yeah, it's
happy
positive,
oriented, is
yeah.
positive, is nice. And then when you listen
I
to
fuck
like
with nerds. Shout
when
out
you
Pharrell.
like when you listen to like country, I hate country, but I can get the aesthetic when you like have a fucking pickup truck and you live by the train tracks, you know what I'm saying, and you love alcohol and square dancing, like that shit hits you a totally different way, right? Well, for me, I was always like Dirty Boy. That was my name since 5th grade.
That's how you got Dirty B.
That's why I'm Dirty B. And everybody's like, "Oh, fuck that dirty kid."
Because he's a scum-sucking rose whore.
Yeah, I was I was just like the background, you know what I'm saying? Nobody really paid attention to me until I started rapping and kind of like force feeding them me.
That's me too. That's
But-
how I came into the role.
Mudvayne, their music, if I were to describe it in a small stanza, is music for people that will no longer be ignored. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Marilyn Manson made music for the depressed and for the rebellious,
Right.
for the
Yep.
people that were picked on and look.
Right.
But Mudvayne is like, fuck this. I'm gonna shoot fucking goddamn crack into my veins and kill everything I see until it wears off.
That's a fact.
Like I am done being pushed around, spit on, forgotten, and looked over.
So that's what they comebacks about, right?
Oh, you know that was what I was getting. So they haven't been Mudvayne for 12 years.
12 whole years.
That's a long
people. That's
fucking
a long
time.
Yup.
That's a long time.
Yup.
And look, when I first heard that they were doing these reunion shows, they're not coming back as Mudvayne. He's still signed to Hell Yeah. And but the thing that I was most critical about is the reason that Chad Gray, from an interview I watched, couldn't do Mudvayne anymore is that during the LD50 tour, he blew his fucking vocal cords out 3 times. Where they
I
needed,
can see that because he's a very powerful.
yeah, they needed surgical intervention so he can talk again. For part 1, part 2, they started falling apart. Tribbett, the guitar player, and Chad Gray have been best friends since they were kids. That relationship has never changed. But the bass player demanded a bigger chunk when the re-sign came around, and that created a big turmoil.
Isn't it crazy how much money really do affect them kind of things?
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yo, let me tell you one reunion tour that I would like live and die for. Outkast.
Ooh, but that's not too far out of the realm of
They
possibility.
won't do it.
No, you know what? Just have fans blow them up hard enough. And
They,
just-
I mean, we've
I
been
know.
pretty diligent.
I know,
Like,
but there has
no
to be
pun
like an
intended.
anniversary or something, like when they drop their first album,
But I do
some
like
shit like
the
that.
fact that here's where I think it would happen or could happen. Now that Versus is a thing, Versus has
Ooh.
allowed a lot of people to go on tour after their quote unquote verses. You feel me? Like when
Yeah.
Lox and Dipset did it, they planned the tour right after. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Shout
yeah,
out,
they pushed themselves right back into relevancy.
Right. Shout out KRS-One and Big Daddy Kane just did it.
What?
Yeah. It
What?
was so legendary. You ain't
Fuck,
watched that?
no, I did not.
Oh,
Bro, what?
man, it was free on YouTube. You could probably look it up right now. It was
I'm gonna have to
free
go
on
down a
YouTube.
fucking rabbit hole.
Bro, it
fuck
was
you, Knight.
so good. It was so good.
I
And
can imagine.
Redman and Method Man did one that was a 420 special. It was so good. Like, these guys are such great performers. Shout out Jadakiss. He obliterated his verses.
Jadakiss ain't nothing to play with.
Yo, this dude, I've always said, most consistent rapper, hands down. I've never heard a whack Jadakiss verse. He said, nigga, you fucking New York girl, and when you hit a G-spot and she comes, she hit the Jada laugh.
But you know who I want to make? I want to make a big comeback. Like, I want him to drop a surprise album like Eminem did. Like, no advertisement, no like fucking preliminary shit.
Cool that. I'll probably listen to it.
I know you're gonna listen to it. Listen, when I say this fucking name, anybody that's listening to this, if you don't get goosebumps and a boner, you're at the wrong fucking podcast. Ludicrous.
Let me stop you right there.
I'm gonna go ahead.
Him and Nelly did a verses
What?
during the pandemic. Him and Nelly did.
What? No, fuck that versus shit.
They were planning a tour after.
I want.
But Luda literally has come back with music. Like, since that versus, he released like 3 or 4 songs that he had in the cut, and he was featuring on.
Ooh, you just reminded
my
me.
man
Go ahead.
Conway the Machine's song. That what's that shit called? Skyylos with Jid.
Oh fuck,
Scatterbrain.
Scatterbrain.
Ooh, that
Hey,
shit
listen.
hard.
You know what? I want to take this time out to shout out a rapper that was. He was probably like the least. Not the least talented at all, but if you were to take these 3 artists and rank them, he's gonna be number 3 every time. But shout out to motherfucking Young Buck. Because listen, I haven't listened to anything new of his in a long while, but because of the pandemic
Drummer Boy
or
joint.
whatever, he's actually dropped like 9 tracks in the last like 5 months.
Okay.
Every fucking one of them, I'm
Hard.
like, I wish he was
Hard.
He's always been hard.
Wait,
We frozen.
wait.
We're frozen.
No. All right. So he's always been skilled and talented, but his new shit just like you would think a rapper would fade with time. They would start like just going back to the old.
Just like old Buck.
No, man, no, he doesn't. He sounds like a new, not new, but he sounds like
Revamped.
Revamped is the word. Revamped. Like he has always been as dope as he is, but now he just has a little bit more fucking credibility.
Fire, yeah, that fire. See, let's talk about rappers losing their hunger, bruh. Like, it's so easy to get out here and
50
lose their
Cent.
hunger. Yeah.
While we're on the G Unit tip,
Yeah.
50 Cent.
I ain't heard a high 50 verse in a grip.
I haven't heard anything I liked from
In a
50 in the last
grip.
10 years. Oh, 5 years.
Nah,
5
he had a
years.
verse
5
in
years.
between
5 years.
here and there.
But after what was
Man,
it?
I remember
First-
that nigga did that overnight celebrity, and he did that beat, and we was all like sleeping. We was like, ain't no way he gonna. You can't spit like Twister on that bitch, nigga. That's 50. That nigga said, I'll be on the scene with the mean and the dean with the bitch. Nigga, he was killing that bitch.
In my opinion,
I was like, okay.
It's look.
Fifth went in, bro.
Earlier, I'm not retracting my statement because I feel like your average person is going to rank Lloyd Banks or Young Buck number 3. In my opinion, it went Lloyd Banks, Young Buck, 50 Cent.
That's a fact. I think that's everybody's list.
I don't know, man. You'd be surprised. 50 Cent.
Look, 50 was
he
that
has his
nigga
moment.
to me, but as soon as he introduced the other niggas, I stopped listening. I stopped giving a
You know,
fuck.
so that's kind of a
Nigga,
reason I don't
Banks
really
was killing
respect
him,
50
bro.
Cent as much anymore either, is because he completely relinquished, and he said he regrets even putting them on.
Yeah, and that's ridiculous.
Fuck you, buddy.
Now, here's what I do know. From a business standpoint, there was a lot of things that them niggas was doing that was reckless.
Well,
and
here,
careless.
name a 50 verse that's harder than this. He wait for me in the bench when I run and get my basketball. One squeeze and make a bastard fall. Gasp and crawl. You need a bulletproof vest, mask, and all. I bring my buddy when it's time to roam. Cause I got hit the last time I left mine at home. My hand bling full of platinum, design is chrome. He even had closet space inside my home. He ain't never been broke, he glitchless. So reliable, the bottom a rubber coat for Christmas. Infrared beam and a scope for distance. The best company when approaching business. The eagle ride with me to the end. We all got a friend, and mine is a G-U-N. Nobody's fucking with that, bro. Just to he wait for me on the bench when I run to get my basketball. One squeeze and make a bastard fall. Gasp and crawl. Dog, he did.
There was a lot of G-Unit mixtapes that just was unfuckwittable. And that era
The Hunger
of
for
music,
More,
bro.
or not Hunger for More, Beg for Mercy.
Hunger for More.
No, Hunger for More was Lloyd Banks' first solo.
Yeah, the solo.
Yeah, no, Beg for Mercy.
The G-Unit album, yeah.
That is still to this day my most owned
shit
album.
hard.
I owned
That
it 12
shit
times. I lost it, broke it, got it stolen,
That shit hard.
borrowed it to people that never brought it back.
I shout out Lloyd Banks. That nigga made me walk to the bodega in Brooklyn. I was on summer vacation in New York. I'll never forget this shit. I walked to the bodega in Brooklyn, like right down the street from my pop's house. They didn't have this motherfucking Lloyd Banks CD, dog. So I walked all the way across town, nigga, to get Hunger for More.
And what a dope album. I'm glad that you did,
so
because like
great, nigga.
songs like
that
Southside.
joint with a Vaughn, even the joint with a Vaughn, it was like a girl.
Yeah, I know that song. Yeah.
And I know that shit was hard though.
No, man, Southside, hold up, Southside, I almost want to pull up the track list because it's been so long.
Southside is
Hold
that
up,
one.
Southside, Work Magic,
Yup.
and Warrior.
I'm a warrior.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I never run, never
Bitch,
snitch.
I'm a grown man, dog. I ain't no bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Oh my God,
If you-
such a good era.
Look, if you were from the era as us, or the same as us,
Son.
there was something about sitting there with a pocket full of dope and cash money
a
in your
fact,
wallet,
yeah, like,
and you just like you
riding.
listen to the radio, and these motherfuckers
Riding.
speaking about you,
Yes.
talking about you. You know what I'm saying? You
Nigga,
feel
that's
that
why
shit.
I can't lie. That's like I was diehard New York niggas until some niggas in the South, because I grew up in Florida. Most niggas know, some people don't, but I grew up in Kissimmee, Florida, and a lot of people out there didn't listen to who I was listening to. I mean, 50 was a big thing everywhere. So
I got a question for Danny, and for Skyylo afterwards. Danny, what, or I guess artist, album, it doesn't really matter, but what was like one of the most
curious.
influential things that you listened to when you were younger, and you're just like, dude, this shit's my jammy jams, dog? Like every time you hear it, still to this day, it brings back nostalgia.
I mean, really anything by Ludacris.
Ooh.
hey,
Like,
Luda.
I don't know, I was just all over the place with genres. Like,
No, that's
okay.
fine. It doesn't really matter the
whoever,
genre,
Yeah.
because
anything by Slipknot.
ooh.
That was like hardcore.
I mean, Pulse of the
favorite.
Maggots, Vermilion, fucking Duality. They have some hits. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even a super big Slipknot fan. The Devil and I. Like, they got some shit, though. You know, you can't deny their skill. Corey Taylor's a badass musician.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
He's a good... Because he's also the lead singer of Stone Sour. People forget about that, too.
Yeah, that's true.
Yup.
Yeah, that's a fucking very good answer. So pretty much whenever you hear Corey Taylor's voice grace your eardrums, you just get that feeling, huh?
Yup.
Look, my nipples are hard talking about it right now. Skyylo, what's your go-to? What's the thing when you hear it, it just reminds you of the best times in your life?
Of the best times in my life? I don't think there's one for the best times in my life, but nostalgia purposes, though.
No, I'm talking about like your most valuable music in your fucking in your bank. You know what I'm saying? Like what gets your juices going?
I would think, if anything, it would probably have to be. I'm gonna probably get roasted for this one. Coldplay, Viva La Vida, or Death and All His Friends.
Nobody's giving you shit. Coldplay's
dope.
Coldplay's like a lot of people gave them the Nickelback treatment. They're like,
Yeah, at some point.
They're like,
Nickelback
that's a lot.
had hits. Like, fuck y'all.
They did.
Fuck y'all about Green Day too.
Yeah, Three
Niggas
Doors
had
Down.
Money, bro. Niggas
Three Doors
had
Down
money,
got a
they
lot
did
of shit
their
too.
thing. 3 Doors Down for
No,
sure.
that one.
Who's we just listening to?
Third Eye Blind.
Third Eye
Third Eye
Blind,
Blind,
had some
yeah.
hits, bro.
Jumper by Third Eye
Stop
Blind.
playing with my people, bro. My man Echo, shout out Echo.
Echo is so
Echo
dope.
just did a reboot of Crazy Town's Butterfly.
Speaking of Echo.
With Crazy Town
on,
as a
speak-
feature too.
Speaking of Echo,
No, there was a.
you need to point me in the direction of that because I like that song. I'd like to hear somebody do that again.
He did good.
Speaking of Echo, does anybody remember Gorilla Zoe Echo?
I love Gorilla
Yes.
Zoe Echo.
Dude, if that came on right now, tell me all of us wouldn't have big smiley faces and wiggling all of
for
our
sure,
fat.
yeah. Hey, shout out
literally
Gorilla
on my
Zoe.
playlist.
Gorilla Zoe had a bad rap because Gorilla Zoe first got picked as the replacement to Young Jeezy on Boys in the Hood. That's the first Gorilla Zoe sighting.
I wouldn't know because I really only heard
I was
Echo.
in tune out here in the South after
What's that? He had another one. He was like,
Drunk on the road.
what was that one song? He had another one too that was like, and some were like,
Lost on the road. Is that it? Or Hood Nigga? Oh,
that's what it was. Thank you. I'm glad you said it before I had to look it up.
That's the only hits. I'm going.
Got
through the
purse
hits
by
right
the
now.
pound. You know what I'm saying? Like when that shit came on, bro. All right, another one. All right, you guys are not gonna fucking. I'm coming straight from left field with this. You ready? Take your shirt off, wrap it around your head, spin it like a helicopter.
Was dope.
What?
Petey Pop, you know why Petey Pablo fucked up? He got the money and went crazy. He
Yeah,
was
but-
spending money on dumb shit.
Hey, look, when you go
And
back
not
and you
paying
actually
IRS.
listen to that shit, it wasn't.
It wasn't hard.
No, it wasn't well structured, but it was
Nah.
still good.
It was
It was
good.
really good for its time.
Listen, because back then, it's just like Tom Segura was saying earlier on how it was. When our era, it was like 150 artists that you
No,
could name.
he said
You
less
know
than
what I'm
that.
saying? He did because that was his era.
Yeah.
But our era, it was probably like 100.
Yeah,
dudes
our
you
era,
could
yeah.
name. You know what I'm saying? That was really about it.
No, Tom
you know?
Segura's 7 years older than us, so
Exactly. So yeah, his era. Had,
yeah. By the time he was 7 years old, he had a different setup than we did.
Yeah, that's a fact. So like, I was still around for a Biggie and Pac era.
Oh,
Me and
dude,
Dirty
I
was
remember.
still
I
around
remember.
for a Biggie and Pac
I
era.
still remember vividly my Uncle Drew having. My Uncle Drew was like to me when I was younger.
Tears in his eyes,
Hold
huh?
on, when I was younger, Uncle Drew to me was like who I wanted to be.
Yeah, facts.
All of my early music influences, all that came from Uncle Drew. All right, let me give you a story. One time, this kid Dustin on the block on Grandmont and Warren, he
That's
took
Detroit, y'all.
he took my Dare hat. I didn't even know what Dare was.
Drug kids off drugs.
But my Uncle Drew gave me that hat, and I wore that motherfucker like it was like a medallion given to me by
Facts,
Tech 9.
Facts, yeah, word.
And this kid Dustin has snatched it off my head and walked in his house. And he was like 6 years older than me. It wasn't shit I could do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He could just put his hand on my forehead while I'm just.
Yeah, I dig.
So I went home and I didn't even cry to my Uncle Drew. I was just sat on the porch and I was like just down. I was like, man, I want my fucking hat. And my Uncle Drew came out and he's like, where's your hat, nephew? I told him, he's like, all right, let's go. And he just grabbed me up and we walked 6 doors down to his house and he just opened the door and walked in like he owned the place, walked right back to his room, bitch slapped him off of his bed, took the hat off of his fucking head, kicked him a couple of times and brought it out to me.
That's what's up.
All right, I watched.
Shout out Uncle Drew.
Shout out Uncle Drew. I watched this man full out tears and talk about streaming out of both eyes watching the news when Tupac died.
That's my mama.
If you go back
That's my
and look
word.
at any pictures of my Uncle Drew from the times before I was born to like 2001, you're gonna see nothing but Tupac shirts. Every shirt he wore had Tupac on it.
Tupac, word.
All eyes on me. He even
a
had the
fact.
fucking, you know what I'm saying? He had just Thug Life across the shit, like the fucking like his tattoo on his stomach and shit.
Word.
You know, like dude, my Uncle Drew was just such a vivid fan of Tupac, and watching him be affected like that, you know, it made me feel some type of way as a current musician.
Right.
Because earlier when I was talking about the
my
Mudvayne
Uncle
thing, I didn't bring up the Pantera side note. So I'm gonna bring it up like this. So when I was 6 years old, something like that, really young, way too young to even understand the lyrics I was listening to. This is back in the tape cassette era. I had 3 tape cassettes. I had Alice in Chains. I never listened to. I don't know where I got it from. I think I listened to one song on there, the Snuff the Rooster or some shit. But I had Metallica, the Black Album,
Black Album.
and I had Pantera, Vulgar Display of Power. And listen, I used to sit there with my little shitty ass fucking metal bars sticking across my head, and these little shitty speakers on my head, and I would sit in the mirror and I would mouth the lyrics to "Demons Be Driven" and "Walk" and fucking "Hostile," fucking "Hostile." Let me give it its proper name. And I really felt like I was a rock star when I was doing that. I even employed my little brothers as a band.
Dreams than to be a rock star than you
Just a musician. I just wanted to be involved in music. And
give my dog his flowers, bro. Give my dog his flowers, bro.
That's how I was when I was a kid.
I didn't discover that I would be any kind of talented until I think it was 4th grade or something. I was 10, turning 11, and we had a poetry contest.
Right.
And
that's how I started.
Because my stepdad was into poetry and multiple different genres of music and played multiple instruments, in his file cabinet, I don't know why or how I knew this, but I knew in his file cabinet he had like printed out poems. Mm-hmm. And one of my favorite poems I plagiarized. And unfortunately, or fortunately, more fortunately, the teacher knew. I've probably said it on this podcast before, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you the poem. It's called The Backwards Rhyme. It's all oxymorons, things that don't make sense. One bright day in the middle of the night, 2 dead boys got up to fight. Back to back, they faced each other, drew their swords, and shot each other. The deaf policeman heard the noise. He came by and shot the 2 dead boys. If you don't believe this lie, it's true. Ask the blind man. He saw it too. And my teacher was like, that's plagiarized. That's the backwards rhyme. F. And almost suspended. You know what I'm saying? Because it was a big thing back then to plagiarize works of art in your English class. And it hurt me so bad because it's kind of like being like clowned in front of all your peers. Mm-hmm. It's just like, you're a fake, you're a fraud, in the nicest teacher way. But he's like, you didn't make that shit up. You're a little fucking loser. You know what I'm saying? That's how I felt. So I went home and I started, I started like working on poetry, and I started trying to like write good poems, and I'd have notebooks flowing with poems that didn't ever make the light of day. But eventually I met this kid Devon, and he was a drummer and a piano player for his church, and he also could rap. And my friends James and Joseph, they couldn't rap or play any instruments at all. But Devon kind of just, he was so good at what he did, he made us want to like be a part of it. So he kind of forced me to write rap. He's like, you're really good at poetry. I like your poems. Because I'd call him, like back when we had landlines, I'd call him, and like as soon as I wrote a new poem, I'd tell it to him. And he's like, man, that's really good. So he basically like, if it wasn't for him, shout out to Devon Clark. He's still on here. I'm giving him his flowers, bro. And not to mention, we took 6 years of Koguryu ninjutsu together and broke bones together, slammed each other on the grass hard as fuck, punched each other in the face full force. But also, he kind of pushed me every time I was like, man, that shit wasn't good. I'd be red in the face rapping because I was so embarrassed. And he'd be like, no, that was really good. I like what you did here. I like how you did this. You could work on this, but I really liked how you did that right there. And it just was such like a learning experience. I was just like, okay. And then I got better. I got to the point where I could make my friends laugh. And that was it. As soon as I elicited a response emotionally from my friends, I knew this is what I had to do. And it was, I was just as garbage as any person that started up. And I taught myself everything I know. I taught myself how to count bars. Yeah. I taught myself metaphors, compound syllable play, symmetry, symmetry, making sure everything just fits right and it sounds right. I taught myself all that. I didn't have any.
I even taught myself songwriting.
Right. And
I didn't have a structure for that. Of course, you listen to music.
That's where it comes from, though. When you want to do something so bad, you start to pay attention. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're a mechanic, lefty, righty, right, or lefty, loosey, righty, tighty. Yep. You know what I'm saying? It's just a thing you learn. But if I say lefty, loosey, righty, tighty to a person that's never turned a wrench in their life, they don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But if I say
the same thing go with hip hop. You can't just jump in the fold and be like, yo, I got this.
It's difficult.
Because you gotta work towards some shit.
Because the most
You gotta
important,
fall off. You gotta be told
Yeah.
to suck a couple times. You gotta be thrown
There
out
you go.
the fucking venue. You gotta have your sound not be great and fucking still rap. You gotta rap with one mic when you got 4 niggas on stage with you.
Yup.
You gotta fucking.
hey, you just spoke straight facts though, because one of the things that really changed.
Perform in the bar with 3 people when there's supposed to be 100 people in there.
Look, one of the things that really changed me is when I actually did start rapping. Anybody that knows me knows I ain't got no fucking fear of the public. I used to literally walk around and just be like, "Hey, do you listen to hip hop?" No. All right, well, I'm gonna rap for you anyway. And you know what I'm saying? And I did that every opportunity I got. And one time, this older black dude, he was probably like 50. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got no patience for anything. You know what I'm saying? Especially not the bullshit on the block. And I rapped. I maybe spit like 6 bars, 8 bars, and he was like, "Hey, stop. No." He's like, "Bro, you sound like you're reading it, and you're not. That's bad. Like, I don't understand how you sound like you're reading something you're telling me right now without paper in front of you. I don't feel anything. You don't compel me." And yeah, it hurt. It hurt a lot. You know, I was like, damn, do I suck? And I just had to really like take what he said and try to figure out what I was doing wrong. And I was just, you know, just going along with what was on the paper. I didn't emote it. I didn't feel it. So then I started writing music I felt.
Right.
And sometimes it takes failures, big failures,
Big ones.
Yeah.
to
Heartbreaking, gut-wrenching ones.
in the
Like,
battle
Yep.
league, I lost 3 battles consecutively. And all my friends are just like, "Bro, you got to go fucking hard, bro. This is what you do." They were the ones that even fucking challenged me to do this shit. So I started, instead of just writing music that was universal to whoever I battled, I started writing specific. You know what I'm saying? I would find out ahead of time by 2 weeks, 3 weeks, who I was going to battle. And I did as much research as I could before there was anything besides MySpace. You know what I'm saying? In MySpace, you could tell you motherfuckers are 999 years old. You know what I'm saying? So I just had to pull my thoughts together and figure out how to clown this motherfucker and really make it serious. And I won 11 consecutive.
Nice.
So it takes failure, big failure.
I've battled a total of 4 times in the public eye and probably about like 6, you know, like
Privately.
house party, type, site,
Well,
back,
2 of my battles
parking
were
lot
private.
cypher. Yeah. So I've only lost one, and I feel like I lost that one because it was that person's house party. You feel what I'm saying? So
Well,
obviously your battle is gonna be judged
Maybe,
on crowd
but I
participation.
do have a occasion where that was the case, but wasn't. One of my battles
It
was
might not have been. I could have lost. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Fair and square.
one of my battles was for this guy D down the street that lived on my block, Archdale. He rented out the shelter, the basement of St. Andrews, for a birthday party. And Bar Wars, 2 of the people from Bar Wars were his cousin. So it was the league I was already in. And they were like, fuck it, we ain't got nothing to do. Let's have a battle.
Right.
And I had currently been working on my first like mixtape, and I had like this verse that you could like universally, literally, like before I said I didn't like to use universal shit. This one is making anybody laugh or cringe.
Right.
And
Hell yeah.
so I took that fucking risk, and I was like, all right, let's get it. And I'd already been drinking a little bit, but I'll never forget this. The moment that changed everything. If you watch KOTD or Smack or anything like that,
and Battle League,
you know when a person hits a bar that they can't rap for like 2 minutes because the crowd won't shut the fuck up.
Yup.
I did that.
Yeah.
At that battle. It was his cousin. It was the dude's birthday's cousin that I was battling. And they were like, "Get the fuck off stage, you lame motherfucker. Let that white boy spit that shit." Like I murdered him. And it was with one solid ass bar. I said, when you fight, I don't see nothing but gay soldiers there. When I fight, Scorpion be like, "Stay over there." That was it. The entire fucking room just lit the fuck up. They're like, "No, he didn't." They're like, I felt like a genius. You know what I'm saying? And that really, like, that was another push. You know what I'm saying? Because the odds were against me. I was probably one of 3 white people in a fucking 70 people party. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't feel
No, all my
Ostracized?
competitors were really bar worthy, so I would never say.
Well, I had a couple that were just dog shit. They were
know-
easy wins.
Yeah, for sure, me too, I guess. But they all did their thing. You know what I mean? Like I could never say I just like totally demolished. Well, I guess I did smash. There was one dude out here when I first got on the Greyhound and come from Kissimmee to Michigan. The very first time, I stopped in Kalamazoo on the way, and I was making fun of it because we in Florida in the South and shit, we like say Kalamazoo if you like trying to a homie asks you like where you coming from, you don't want to let them know you as far as fuck. You be like, nigga, I was somewhere in Kalamazoo or some shit. You know
Kalamazoo's in Michigan.
yeah,
Yep.
I didn't know it was a real thing. This is before I even ever been to Michigan. You feel me?
That's kind of dope. Because that's a very, like, esoteric-ass fucking place of Michigan.
It really
It is.
And the name just sound it sound funny to us in the South. So
Well,
we
it's
just
one of those
say it.
names that when you say it out loud, it's kind of fun to say.
Yeah, it is.
Kalamazoo. There's a
But
lot of
Kalamazoo.
sounds in it.
So I get off the Greyhound in Kalamazoo, and anybody that know that area, know it's like from the Greyhound station. It's like a grocery or a corner store right there, and the Greyhound station sits right there, and that's pretty much it. You feel me? Like, and then the strip, you just on like a street. So anyway, the homie I'm riding the bus with had just got out of jail or prison or whatever. He had his little paperwork in the manila envelope, that type shit. So anyway, we link up on the bus. I had a whole QP in my PlayStation 2. This is back when PS2 was still popping.
Ooh, the PS2. That was a
The
doorstop after a
the
minute.
Fat boy with the expansion bay. If you pull the expansion bay out, it's just a gaping hole to the inside of the PS2.
Ooh, that
I
bitch is a
put-
whore.
I put 4 ounces of that bitch in that goodie vibe from Florida and came up here, you heard? So
I think Florida had good weed before Michigan.
it did. It did. And then when the medical popped out here, y'all took us.
Oh no, we
Y'all took us
came in
now,
the game
for
really
sure.
early because Brenner, the guy that created Girl Scout cookie,
Yeah. Burner.
Burner. Well, Brenner is what my boss referred to him when we helped his helped him fix his basement. In his main crop, he had foundation leaks. So water was coming in from the foundation and leaking down his wall and creating unneeded humidity and moisture. So when I helped fix that problem, I got paid by my boss, and that motherfucker gave me an ounce of straight Girl Scout cookie from the source.
You did. Shout out Burner.
Yeah, no, he was a savage,
He
bro.
just got cancer or something, I heard.
Oh, did he? No.
bro.
You know, the only time
Pray
because
for Burner, man.
when he gave me that ounce, I only seen him for like 10 seconds, bro. We
Pray
didn't.
for Burner.
He was like, "Hey, I appreciate it, bro. Hey, take this, man. I appreciate
Yeah,
that."
chunky light skin dude, right?
Yeah, but the first time I actually met him and I got to like talk to him was at this place called well, I just slipped my mind. It was one of the first
Dispensaries.
No, it wasn't a dispensary. It was like an underground club where it was like you remember Gibraltar Trade Center?
Yeah, Gibraltar Trade.
It was like that for weed. A bunch of
They don't
vendors.
got Gibraltar Trade Center?
No, that does not exist anymore.
That's crazy.
That no, doesn't it? It makes us feel old.
Damn, Detroit, yo, that's OG. Detroit.
Hey Danny,
I was glad I was here for
have
that.
besides like sitting here with us and watching KOTD, have you ever attended a battle rap?
No.
No.
Would you like to? Would that be fun to you?
Yeah. Definitely.
Yep.
I think once everything starts clearing up, I'm pretty sure KOTD is gonna start going back around, and when they do, I'm gonna be on it like white on rice in a paper plate in a snowstorm with a glass of milk that tall. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Major Payne. But yeah, no, I really.
Oh, so yeah, let me
Yeah, go ahead.
say the battle rap thing. So we in Kalamazoo. We pull up to this dude's studio when we get to Kalamazoo. That's where he from. That's where he going on the Greyhound. We linked up in Lansing. So we're going, we rode to Lansing from Kalamazoo, So when we got to Kalamazoo, this is his hometown. So he's like, bro, I know a spot we could go chill in. We got like a 4.5 hour wait in Kalamazoo for the next Greyhound. I ride with my mans.
That's plenty of time to just be sitting there not
sit-
not battle rapping.
You feel me? We sitting in the studio, we vibing. We got a label. Don't quote me, but I think it's like Soldiers in Arms Entertainment or something, or Brothers in Arms Entertainment, something like that. That
Sounds
they
legit.
doing in Kalamazoo. It was super legit studio, super real. You know what I mean? Super paid up. Anyway, my man's his rap name is Blitz. He's a fast rapper. He's a tongue twister. He's a chopper.
It's a dope name for a fast rapper.
So he, he started doing his thing. We started chopping it up. We freestyling. He's a slow freestyler. So my man was like, yo, it'd be kind of cool if y'all like went back and forth. So he spit a rhyme. I spit a rhyme. He spit his rhyme back. Sounded a little more aggressive. I spit mine back. Sounded a little more aggressive. He was like, fuck it. We just gonna battle it out. This is the engineer talking. So Blitz was like, I'm down, so I'm not gonna fold. I'm still an artist at the end of the day. All right, let's rock. We do 2 verses of pop, right? Old boy was like, yo, I ain't gonna lie. Youngin, he called me Youngin because at the time I'm not even, I think I was 18. I don't even think I was 19. Yeah.
You know he ain't had that glorious beard yet.
You feel me? No. I think I might have actually had
not that one.
This crazy, yeah, nah. But anyway, we do this thing. He tells me he's about to put this shit on a mixtape. It's about to go crazy. What's his name is hosting it. Let me think of my man's name out of Michigan for sure.
Mike Phelps?
Nope. Trick.
Oh.
Is on this mixtape that he's hosting. Obi Trice was on there. Just big names in the Michigan area was on this thing. So I'm pretty sure Royce was on it. There was a lot of names. He's gonna put our battle supposedly on this mixtape as like, filler. You feel what I'm saying?
The battles that I was a part of was sponsored by Iron Fist.
That's dope.
That was
they put this shit out
proof.
Dirt, and they homie on my second verse. So it basically is Blitz, me, Blitz, and nothing else.
Oh.
You bitch, you gonna make it seem like I lost a battle and not even play my rebuttal, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, that's dirty.
Let the people judge, you heard? And I know it was because literally it was just his circle. You know what I'm saying? Like, I came in and killed him around his niggas. So either he was mad or that engineer dude was mad.
I mean, the one of the biggest problems in our industry is ego.
Yeah, it's too much.
Yeah, way too much.
Especially with battle rap. Come on, that shit used to be so much fun.
Well, one of the magical things about battle rap to me is because I've never been a sports fan. Besides UFC, I never gave a fuck about any sports.
Mm-hmm. It seemed like a sport.
Yeah, well, with UFC, because I practice martial arts, I understand what's going on here. And the rules are pretty plain and simple. Choke your opponent out, beat your opponent to death. So there's no quarter-yard line. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I don't know shit about sports. So I've never been able to participate fully because I don't know what's going on. Mm-hmm. So when I would watch UFC, I understand a little bit more. But hip hop is my profession. It's it's my religion. Right. It's my second language, my first language.
It's my love language.
Right. So when you watch battle rap is a rare thing because you're allowed to be racist, classist, bigoted, fucking homophobic. You can say whatever the fuck you want because you're not really. That's not you.
Right. You probably hugging that nigga after the battle and smoke a blunt with him and everything.
Right. Some of the
really that mad.
Some of the funniest battles I've ever seen were a black dude versus a white dude, and they purposely use that to their advantage.
Yeah.
Pat Stay Arsenal.
Right. Pat Stay and Arsenal.
Yeah, I was finna say, why wouldn't a black dude clown the fact that a white dude was white and vice versa?
Right. Pat Stay smoked crack one time. Guess what? That became all he is known for. You know what I'm saying?
You can't, You're going to use anything in the arsenal, you know what I'm saying, in order to come out victorious.
But see, the part that, the one thing that makes it okay is that they don't really feel that way.
That's a fact.
They're just like when you watch. If that
was a fact, let me just state for the record, Arsenal a real nigga. Like,
for real.
Got ties. So is Pat Stay. They really got ties.
They friends now.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they cool. You cannot be cool and nigga.
They were not friends during their first battle.
And everything. You know what I'm saying? You all in my face, talking all loud. Your hot ass breath in my shit. Back the fuck up. You done spit on me twice. You trying to get all loud and amped. Real talk. What's really going down? I'ma spin your motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Arsenal just coming in that bitch
up,
like
bro.
when he was like, man, I'm blazing this fag. I'll roll it up and smoke the leaf off of the Canadian flag. You're just like, oh. And then Pat Stake comes back and calls his daughter double barrel shotgun nostrils.
Yup.
Nostradamus. And you're just, right, you have no sense of humor if you didn't think Nostradamus was funny.
It's funny as fuck.
All right, and at the end, by the way, Pat Stay has a mixed kid and his wife is black, so I'm pretty sure he ain't racist. But it's just one of those things. And also another thing that's super respectable about hip hop is the meaning behind what you're doing. You're taking two usually established artists, and you're letting them use their skills to box with each other. A lyrical martial arts match.
That's a fact.
Yep.
And whoever's the most wittiest has the best fucking underlying
And
punch.
to my artists who really get busy when it comes to writing music and going to the studio, salute. But to my artists that really get busy on the stage, salute. To my artists that's just outside battle rapping in the cypher.
Speaking of that, that brings me to the next subject on our subject list.
No music on this thing, my fam.
Not yet. After this we will, because we're gonna talk about some other things. But before we go into that, have you ever heard of Frank and Murray?
The old cats.
Yes.
I think that was a
Well,
gimmick.
there's two of them.
Is that legit?
That's legit. I've looked into
There's
it.
They
two
really
legit
was
ones.
rapping that shit, them old ass cats?
Yes.
There were two
They've
of
been
them.
rapping for
Yeah,
6
two
years.
Niggas, yeah.
Yeah, but there's like two of the
Yo,
groups.
they from New York.
No,
either
there's
way.
Frank
No,
and-
there's a UK version,
Pete and Boss.
Pete and Boss, and then there's Murray and Frank. Frank and Murray
They
from
from
America.
New York.
Yeah.
They gotta be from New York.
And look,
Look
it's
up Frank
believable.
and Murray right
Look it
now.
up.
I want to see if they from New York.
One's 86, one's 91.
Somebody look up Frank and Can we get... Let me get on my jack. Oh, my jack's on the charger. Somebody look up Frank and Murray right now.
Frank and Murray.
Here is some information.
Frankenberry.
The cereal? Love Frankenberry. Shout out, what's the other one?
Pete and Boss.
No, the other cereal, Frankenberry and what is it? Boo something. I forget what it's called. Frankenberry and Count Chocula. There we go.
Sticky Money. All right, so Money Talks was their first drop, 2019.
Yeah, 2019. That's about when I heard
And
it.
so old friends Murray Martin, 91, and Frank South, 75, are gaining a cult following.
91 and 75.
But they got bars, bro.
Bars. Yeah, that shit was decent. I heard the song.
More than decent. Like when you listen to like the lack of compound syllable play, imagery,
hip-hop
and
today.
just story painting, you ain't finding any of that shit.
No.
And for somebody 75 and 91 to be killing it, I'm just saying, bro. Salute.
That's
So
a fact.
with that being brought up, my question is, can you see yourself? I can. Can you see yourself at 91 rapping still?
I'd probably still spit, yeah.
I mean, I'd be a little bitter if I wasn't rich by then.
I was just finna say, like, I feel like I would only do it for hobby at that point, for sure. Like,
Because right now we're at the who gives a fuck age. Like if you're 12 years old and you got bars like mine, that matters. If you're fucking 19 years old and you got as far as night, then you're on the right path. But as soon as you become at the age where that's understandable how good you are, you're just another statistic.
That's a fact. It's hard for us out here.
Yeah, you got to stand out, and
But we gonna get to this.
we
money.
gonna do it. But listen,
believe me, we gonna get to this money.
It is
and
still
I just want our fair share. Like I'm not a
our
I'm not
fair
a famine,
share, exactly.
I'm not a famine mentality type.
We
of
feast
motherfucker,
mentality
bro.
around these parts.
I gotta eat, and my niggas gotta eat too. But I'm not finna take nobody else's plate to get to it. You heard me?
Facts.
Yeah, like I'm not doing that.
Well, look, it is October 30th. It is
AKA
technically Devil's Night.
Let's go.
So we're gonna take
Shout
a
out
micro
Bearded
break.
Weirdos.
Yeah, we're gonna take a micro break. I gotta piss. So
I
we're
gotta smoke.
ha, and so this is Devil's Night, baby. Check this out. This is available on all platforms.
Devil's Night. Tonight is the night that I'm thinking about making a killing. I know it's not like me, but I really gotta get rid of this anger and reason I'm feeling. I'm feeling like fighting, I just wanna give it. If I go kill them all, Devil's Night is a great night to go set it off. I'ma go end it. If you cannot stomach the murderer's goal, then you need to not get involved with me. You know they say in my creep, I'm running with goblins and freaks. That is the team, all of us came here to eat. We running their pockets for fees. This is the treat, later comes the trick. We running them out of the league. They say it's lonely at the top, then why don't you come to the bottom with me? Goddamn, I'm feeling dangerous. Came to spray and it ain't enough. You hate on us? Jay is gonna bathe in blood. Drink it, I'm thinking I might just stick you with the mic. You won't ever see me coming. I'm like a ninja in the night. Murdering all, I'm having a ball. See the police, give them a call. I'm at the crib, tell them come in. We having a feast, I'm serving them all. Not scared of nothing, I've been ready for whoever might be willing and reckless enough to step to this. We wrecking shit on Devil's Night. Devil's Night. Devil's Night. Devil's Night. Murderous thoughts on my head, I'm killing them all when I cut them up. Goblins and witches and ogres and even your gods, I'm fucking up. Dr. Frankenstein, I shank your mind with the katana blade. Drinking the blood of your body and eating your organs, you bitches don't wanna play. Set the city ablaze, nowhere to hide, nowhere to run, bitch. Burn this shit down and use the embers from my blunt lit. Cut up a corpse, paint the walls with it to let the blood drip. Talking in reverse in the mirror, that red rum shit. What's this blade doing on me when I get back? Spit whack bars, I'll visit you where your kids at. Tell the popo you don't know nothing when they on dispatch. Witchcraft, black magic bars, you a mismatch. Right in the back of a dragon, causing inferno while keeping the flames hot. Weapon of choice, pen or a pencil, I guess it don't matter when lames drop. Brain slop, covered in plasma, I live the rebel's life. Fuck a Halloween, just follow me, cause I'm killing people on Devil's Night. Devil's Night. Devil's Night. Devil's Night.
You got to remember, man.
That shit hard.
Yep.
If I'm pretty sure I said it at the very beginning of this podcast, but in 1994, you could see Detroit from space. It was on fire. There was over 358 fires.
Dang.
Yeah, so much arson. Well, no, more than that because it was 358 people arrested.
It's crazy. How long your caverns usually go for?
Well, we could wrap this up as soon as possible,
We
but
got an hour. Well, I do want to say this before we wrap.
hold on,
it up.
we got a couple of things that we
Still
just
touch on?
just touch on. Fun filming events. The only thing I really wanted to bring up, the thing that made me write that down in the first place, was last year when we went downtown Detroit and we made a new friend, went over to fucking everybody's shit and just made we made a dope videos.
Yeah, word.
As a matter of fact,
Let's
the
do
videos that you see,
tomorrow. We
Night
should do that tomorrow.
facts.
or
I'm with
something.
it. Look, if you've seen any video that Night shared, that was all from 1 year of just like a couple of months of just like
Damn, man,
having that
such
drive.
Good ambitions and drive. Yo, we was really on some on the ride shit for real last year.
For real.
Because we just threw, like, all of us handed up our last little ducats, threw them in Skyylos tank and went. You heard? Like,
Facts.
it just was what it was, you know what I mean? But to be honest, like, not for nothing, when you do things like we do, music, you know what I'm saying? Things that, you know, require creativity. You need people around to bounce them ideas off of. That
Facts, bro.
creativity. Like, you know, when we first got to downtown Detroit, we was a little hesitant to be on the boardwalk just rapping. Then we started rapping some more. It was two OGs in the video just watching us do it on the sideline. They didn't get in the video, but they was on the sideline watching us.
You remember
Me
the
and
white
Skyylos
boys?
Turned up. The white dudes, they was in the video.
They was in the video.
You know
They
what
had
I'm
fun.
saying? My man dapped us up, ended up being your brother's peoples. But we ain't know that at the time. He was just a homie.
Yeah, by the
twisting
way,
up his hell.
you're kind of glancing on it. Check it out. One of the scenes, and this had this guy. We didn't even know he was there because our discussion was all right. You're gonna walk across this fucking concrete slab, and I'm gonna follow you while you spit your verse. Don't really look at me. Just do your thing. Look like you're just like making your way through. And I don't know if the guy was just super participant or he just saw what we were
He
doing.
was rolling up.
Yeah, he was rolling up, and Knight went by, and they made eye contact, and he threw his hand up to shake Knight's hand.
Yep.
Bam, they slapped hands. We finished that scene, and we came back and kicked it with that dude.
We talk about this day, huh?
Yeah, and
day.
it turns out that was my little brother that passed away's friend.
Yep.
And then later on that day, we're all, or actually, it was in the same hour,
Yeah.
the same hour that happened.
Same hour. I'm talking to his brother and his girl, Dirty's brother Bill.
Yeah, I told him, I'm like, hey, bro, fucking hit some notes. Show him what you could do when you sing.
Yeah, no, I started. What I sung part of.
Yeah, we got video evidence of this.
Yeah, I sung. What was it?
Weeknd.
Can't Feel My Face.
Yep.
Can't feel my face when I'm with you.
Yeah, and then I had no idea. I was just talking to him.
Hold on. What mic you on?
The AKG.
AKG. All right, give him a little taste.
Yeah, tell him what happened.
What was it? So basically.
Give him a taste of the song.
Oh. What was it? And I know she'll be the death of me, at least we'll both be numb. And she'll always get the best of me, the worst is yet to come. All the misery is necessary when we're deep in love. Yes, I know. Yeah. Well, I know. That's all I'm gonna do. But anyway, I was doing that. Yeah, I was doing that. And apparently there's one.
Oh, she
There's
was
one Colombian
and by the
chick.
way, she was pretty far away. She was probably like
She was like
she
she was like if we were on like the benches by that area, she was out
At the
by the
riverfront.
water
I'd
taking pictures.
say about 12 to 15 feet away.
no more
What?
than that, way more than that, by 30 feet,
30 feet?
Just
30,
about
40 feet maybe.
30,
Well, let's
40.
be generous and say 30 feet.
Yeah.
She just heard the inclinations of that boy's voice. And we're talking about a Colombian, perfectly bronze skin,
Listen,
big,
this chick-
fat ass titties. I'm
Yes.
talking about
Damn.
missiles on her chest.
This chick was
Bombshell.
perfect.
Her
She was-
booty was stretching out her fucking
she
pants.
was like one of the ones you go and build in the mold. And
Yeah, no, you're like when you see. I'm talking about Salma Hayek,
Yeah, she was
You know what I'm
pretty
saying?
stacked.
She was
She had
stacked.
a beautiful accent.
and she was really nice.
Super nice.
She came up. She's like, "Hey, can I get a video with you on my Instagram?"
No.
That bitch had like 3 million followers, bro.
3.2.
Yeah,
3.2.
Skyylo got that juice,
Skyylo got that
and
juice.
and look, her boyfriend the whole time was just over there like pacing.
Oh my god.
Oh, and we
This- no, no.
ready, you
Oh,
heard?
yeah, we ready, bro.
You heard?
We was over there like looking at him like, "What's up, bro? You trying to start
Yo,
something?"
you, hit my you put your hands on my little brother, bro. I'm
You
gonna
even
rip your
walk
heart.
this way, you getting tossed in the motherfucking
bro.
No,
river, bro.
the funniest thing is that I'm still talking to his brother Bill when this is going on, and all of a sudden I hear Skyylo. I look down, I see him talking to her. I'm like, what? He's like, come give her a taste. I'm like, oh really? This and I like rub their hands
and look,
a little bit.
if you go back, what video were we shooting?
Willy Wonka.
Willy Wonka.
That was the
All
Willy Wonka video.
Go back and watch the Willy Wonka video.
Right
When you
now.
make it through the halfway point of that video,
No, it's like the tail
there's
end
a
of it.
scene where we're shooting in the parking structure. And Skyylo's energy is on 10,000. That nigga went Super Saiyan an hour ago.
He really did.
He was just lit. He was just the happiest you can possibly.
I ain't gonna lie, that was genuinely happy Skyylo, bro.
Yeah, he got recognition
That was
by
genuinely
somebody
happy
with
Skyylo.
a lot of followers, and she was fucking attractive.
Like, I'm not gonna front.
She even let me like fucking type in my Insta username
Look, put it
on
like
her
this:
phone.
Nice.
that boy was taking mental pictures. He went home and whacked his willy. You know what I'm saying? And
I ain't mad at you if
I
you did,
actually-
Pimpin'.
I ain't blaming him
actually
either
did.
because I'm telling you, I still could remember what that bitch looked like.
It was bad.
Hey Vivi, if you're still watching, I love you.
Oh, bars!
Shout out to Miss Colombiana.
Yeah, so that was a really fun event for us.
That's fact.
But now we're gonna, with that positive note, we're gonna get into a not so positive thing.
Oh, here we go.
So I'm kind of getting sick of the cancel culture.
Yep.
All right? And before we
Shout
get
out
into
to
the
Baby.
before we get into the hip hop part of it, Dave Chappelle.
Shout out Dave Chappelle.
Are we serious right now?
Come on, Dave. Yeah.
Listen to it. Like go if you haven't
I
heard the
love
closer yet.
bro. It was so good.
Look, all right, first of all, he's like, look, the only reason I'm even doing this still is because it's still relevant. Motherfuckers are still coming at me from that side, and I don't
Well,
hate
here's
them
the
people.
thing. If you ever watch Dave Chappelle from then to now,
He
you
makes
would
fun of everybody.
already know that this shit is a thing. He had skits with the Black Klans member Clayton Bigsby.
Clayton Bigsby,
Yup.
right?
He had skits where he went back in time with a bunch of black friends and went back to slavery times and shot the slave owner and called him a honky. I came back to call you a honky. Remember, it was the Player Haters Club. Remember, them shit, the Player Haters Ball.
Yeah.
That shit was so lit, bro. Like, Dave Chappelle been doing this shit.
And look,
he had a skit with a white family called the Nigger Family.
Ooh, I can't say that word.
N-I-G-G-A-R, it's the Nigger Family.
Hey,
He
but,
said, "Little Tim, where's little Timmy out? Oh, that guy's still asleep. That's one lazy nigger."
hey, coming from a guy that wrote the joke, he's like, it's from a white person's perspective, but he was like, yeah, I got black people in my family tree. They're still hanging around. I was like, oh.
All this racism is killing me.
Oh. But look, we're just touching on this with battle rap. Everybody, all right.
It's 2021, man.
There's offensive racism when you single out a person because of their skin color.
Call me
an N-word to your face. Yeah, no, but what I'm getting at is when you listen to it in comedy or battle rap, let's be honest.
It exists.
Whether you are racist or not.
It exists.
No, not even exist. Of course it exists. We wouldn't even be having this conversation. But the part that people fail to remember is that whether you're racist or not, most people are not racist. They're still going to find that extremely funny because it's just a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like stereotyping.
Stereotyping's the real thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the real shit. Like, all right, let me give you an example.
Racism still exists, but stereotyping is the real thing.
Here's where you're not racist, right? You're in a car, and you're driving through Southwest Detroit, and you pull up to the corner of a stoplight, and you see 19 black dudes, and all of them are wearing black and red. All of them, every one of them. Mm-hmm. And they're all have a sleeve rolled up or a hat cocked to a specific side. You're in danger. And you should probably not stop for too long there. You know what I'm saying? You might get fucked up. But
in the same set of circumstances.
Same scenario. You pull up to that corner, you see 19 black dudes dressed to the T's and motherfucking suits. They're probably catching the bus to go trade stocks.
Right.
They're not a threat to you.
The reverse. Check this out. I've had this happen. Me and my grandmother were on the side of the road and it was pouring down rain and I was trying to change her tire. And we was by the hood in Orlando, Florida. And it was those same 6 black dudes that was hood as fuck, pants sagging to the floor that ran out their house to help us. The white dude was 2 blocks down, didn't you know what I mean?
Facts. Look, sometimes judging a book by its movie isn't the fucking way to go.
That's a fact. Judging a book by its movie, I love it. I'm using that. I'm still with it.
Look, don't judge a book by its movie. Because like me, back when I did actually cut my hair all the time and shave my head, and I had a big pointy ass beard and mean fucking
skinhead.
Yeah, I look like a skinhead. But I will hold the door for you at the very end of the parking lot in Walmart, no matter what color, race, size, or age you are.
You know, Dirty has definitely let me live with him a couple times. So.
And what did I charge you?
Nothing.
Because
love.
Well,
I
because
have to give him a lot of
all right, now look, obviously, if somebody was just like, "Hey, man, I need a place to stay," all right, well, shit, I could use some help with some rent. You know what I'm saying? But when you see a person that is in need, not want, in need of help or some kind of facilitation,
that's my brother, period.
You're fucking wrong if you don't go out of your way to help them.
That's a fact. That's my brother, period. Like,
look, this guy's never got to ask me for shit. He's just got to demand it.
Likewise.
He could just be like, "Hey, Dirty Beat, I'm coming to the studio today, and you're recording these 2 songs and making beats for him." And me, I'm like, "Well, I guess that's what I'm doing today." You know what I'm saying?
And if it wasn't like that, that'd still be my boy.
And I don't give a fuck.
You to know,
it has nothing to do with the fact that he's black, because I call him black all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No,
we know that already.
Yeah, no, it's just. We need to get back to a time where we judge people by their character.
Yeah, bro. That's what it is. Like, I ain't never had friends like these, so I wouldn't...
Knight's been one of the most loyal human beings I've ever met. So when we have an opportunity to meet on like intellectual middle grounds,
level, word.
that's profound, you know?
That shit is profound.
Like, I'm not going to say his name, but you know who I'm talking about. Look, Skyylo already left. I have a friend that I've been friends with since I was before. Dude, I looked up to him. You know what I'm saying? Like he was one of the OGs in the neighborhood, bro. You know what I'm saying? And all I did was respect him.
Can we just say we loved him too?
And I still love him, bro. If he hit me up right now, bro,
I still love him too.
we gonna be right back where we left off. But
watch that video.
A thing happened, right? During all the crazy protests and the riots and shit.
There was a lot going on though.
There was a lot of racism in like
Wasn't it coming after the George Floyd thing?
yeah, but it was like not
south?
anti-racism, it was like pro-racism going on in the media. And he just so happened to like
fall into
yeah, he believed it. And it started painting his perspective in a way that's almost schizophrenic in a way, because he knows me. He knows that I would stab somebody in their fucking throat for calling him outside of his name. You know what I'm saying? He knows that if his grandma needed something, man, I'm a fucking cash app her instantly. I'm gonna take a bus down there to help her move her furniture. You know what I'm saying? Like, there is no limit of the thing. I haven't said his name, so I guess I can say this. Let me tell you how close we are. Two occasions. Occasion one, me and him are both working for the same person, maybe or maybe not allegedly selling illicit substances. And we both have a time off on the weekend at the same time. But our boss was going through something, and he promised us, and he did not, by the way, fuck us over. He was like, I can't pay you this weekend. I got a thing I need to do. We're like, okay, not a problem. We got you, OG. So me and him were like, man, we got to make it, because we're in Southwest Detroit. We're like, all right, we got to make it back to the West Side. So allegedly. And one of us had an Awesome jacket. I want to pretend like it was me. This is a $700 fucking jacket, and the other one of us allegedly had a 22 long nose. And we're like, all right, I see a thing here. I think we could do something. I think we can make enough money to just get back to our hood. So we went out on a 3-hour mission and tried to rob people. Allegedly. And out of 10 people, we made $11. That's sad, but that just shows you where we were robbing motherfuckers at, allegedly. All right, once we made enough money for us to both split that and catch all the buses that we needed to make it back to our neighborhood, that was that. We didn't do it nefariously. We weren't out there for the clout. We weren't trying to seem gangster.
That, youngins. We wasn't out here continuously doing it.
No, this was one occasion.
We wasn't out here killing one
Matter of fact,
another.
It's the only occasion in my entire life that I embarked, allegedly, on this type of activity.
Allegedly.
All right.
That's the favorite.
Let me give you another scenario.
Allegedly.
So, my mom was OG. My mom, when she spoke, everybody heard it. Mm-hmm. My mom was going through a thing, and she was at a bar in the parking lot, and this dude was basically like, kind of like blackmailing her in a way. I don't know. He was trying to like, he was like, bitch, you ain't leaving my car till you give me this money. She sent us a text back on Nextel when that was a thing. And this person, allegedly unnamed, said, hey, let's go up to the corner. I got something for his ass. Tucks a fucking Mossberg in his fucking pants. He's walking like a fucking penguin. Allegedly. We get to the corner, allegedly, and he just pulls out the boomstick and fucking taps on my man's window. Hey, we gonna have a problem here? I'm gonna need you to get the fuck out the car. He tried to peel off. My mom opened the fucking door, spilled out. We're all good. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't have to do that. He didn't have to. Allegedly, he didn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? So, if you're watching this, if you made it this far, then obviously you still love me and you should hit me up. You know what I'm saying? But listen. My man's was one of the most loyal son of a bitches on the planet. And he's also a rapper. So when we about a year ago put together a coalition called Yo Mama's Favorite Rappers, and we're still Yo Mama's favorite rappers. Your mama still wants the dick.
We're just not a coalition anymore.
Yeah, it's not really a coalition, but it started falling apart slowly.
It's okay. We OT.
But one of the things he told me that hurt me really bad, and listen, the only information I actually gave him that I was trying to like not coach him on or anything like that, I just try to provide for him distribution. I was like, there's DistroKid, there's fucking Tidal, there's all kinds of different ways, but I recommend DistroKid, blah, 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 blah. Well, shortly after this, he leaves our group, leaves everything, and he basically sends Knight a message like, yeah, I just can't have white people running my life.
Allegedly.
I'm just sitting there like, what? What did I fucking do?
Listen, and at the time, just to clarify some things, I think that was on his end for sure. Like, there was a few messages prior to this message where it just sounded like my mans was just kind of going through some shit.
Yeah.
But here's the thing that I've been trying to tell all my people. Like, listen, stop leaving your for sure friends for maybe friends. Some people are literally in your life for a season. They're only here.
They're not reoccurring characters in your story.
They are not motherfucking returning stars. Bless you, Danny D. They are not recurring characters on the series. They're not coming back.
That's a fact.
You feel what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
But they are there for a reason. They're there to teach you that lesson.
It's usually a learning experience, right?
You
like
see
Late said.
Yep.
I just
but
had
the people that you have every day that are there when you at your worst, when you're at your shittiest, when you're laying in the fucking bed and you're depressed and you don't want to get up, when you're fucking not handling your own life and your homie got to tell you, nigga, you can't stay here. I love you, but you got to go and you got to do it. Those is the motherfuckers that you better keep
I ain't even gonna lie. He's talking about me.
In a way.
He's talking about me.
In a way.
But look, and I'm not defending it at all because I feel like it was the right choice. Because that motherfucker right there wouldn't be here. That person. Listen, Knight got to the point in his life where he felt like the only option was to do whatever an unnamed person asked to do.
She who shall not be named.
Who shall not be named. Because it's the only option for you to have a facilitated relationship with.
I think this clown face started to fit a little too goddamn when I was in that mode.
Yeah, so basically it got to the point where I just was like, Knight, or I feel like what I'm doing for you right now is hindering you from growing.
And it was.
I need you to fucking figure your shit out.
And I did.
He did. He did. It took another state
all the way because
it took another state 3 months and some thinking involved. But Knight is a better person by like tenfold 100%. Than he was last year. Most of it because of that motherfucker right there, Danny D.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? And by the way, she who shall not be named. If you're watching this, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you.
Fuck you. I hope you die. Anyways,
thunder cunt bitch.
I don't really feel that way. I just feel like
he doesn't, but we are his friends, and we can feel that way.
I'm glad that I'm gone.
I really don't feel that way either.
I really just wanted to come to a point in my life where I don't have to think about any negative, and
that's hard.
Not that I don't have to deal with any. I just don't want to hold. I don't want to give it any energy.
Right.
Yeah, see, they feed off of that shit.
Energy at all, and I feel like a lot of people don't know. I'll get semi-personal. Like, my father is in a coma. He's been in a coma about a year. Actually, a year today.
But he's still there.
But he's still alive. There's no brain dead.
Heartbeat still going.
Yeah, his brain has activity.
And some people 30 years in a coma before they wake up.
It's very true. It's just very difficult dealing with that and the death of some friends and the whole life thing. We all got a journey to go through. We all got
with that situation, that's harder than most people's situation because death is final.
Yes, it is.
When a person is dead, you only have one option.
A lot of people know because my music is very transparent. I'm very transparent with my music.
Yeah.
So my brother did commit suicide. You feel what I'm saying? And he did so
at 30
years old.
Oh, no, you ain't hearing now.
Nah, I left him at the crib today.
He's usually got a special spot right here on my desk.
He's got.
By the way, I never met him in life, but shout out to Trap.
Yeah.
Check this out. You see that? All hail Cthulhu. You already know who my god is.
Yeah, this Cthulhu caverns.
This is Cthulhu Caverns.
And,
Whenever he brings
trap sits right there.
Yeah, whenever he brings over Trap, every now and then I'm like, hey, can I borrow my man's? You know what I'm saying? I just need somebody else in the studio.
There's just something about having Trap in the studio that has like a different
when my
energy
brother
and
was
shit.
in life, he was the kind of dude who appreciated life. We did a lot of shit that was fun. A lot of shit that was different from regular hood people. Like, you know, regular hood nigga, not allegedly, would get a little money and, you know, they gonna buy some new sneakers and shit. We did that, but we bought new outfits for the little kids in the hood who ain't have shit. We gave them our Pokemon cards. You know what I'm saying? And I'm regretting the shit out of that right now. BB, you know, if you still got any of my Pokemons or Yu-Gi-Ohs, bro, we need that money, baby. We need to link up if you still got any of those. But, you know, this, you know, our little brother was less fortunate. You know, it was a lot of people that didn't have. So when we got a little money, we would take all the hood niggas to Waffle House with us.
Facts.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, yo, you ain't got no money? All right, nigga, we getting PG's wings. What kind of wings you want? Oh, you still gonna get me some? You damn right, because I was raised, bro, not to eat nobody face. You heard what I'm saying?
Hey, look, I could vouch for it. Knight's this type of person.
Like,
this month, I'm not gonna disclose any names, but somebody with no context this month, after one of my paychecks where everything was paid for pretty much, and I just had a little extra money, I was scrolling through my Facebook, and I don't even really know this person that well. To be honest with you, they're friends of Diligent, and we've had maybe like spotted conversations here and there. But for no reason, no context provided, his post was his Cash App. I just assumed that he just needed some money, so I sent him $25.
that's love.
I had $75, so now I only got 50. But he hit me up almost immediately. He was like, "Hey, bro, I can't even thank you enough." I'm like, "Well, don't," because like, I don't know, if I put out my Cash App and somebody sent me money, I'd be the same way. So I understand everything you're about to say to me. But when you're in need, sometimes you got to reach out.
And listen, not for nothing, let me tell you, like Knight, like Dirty said, Knight did not have his shit together at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, some.
No, you did. You had a general grasp of what you had to do, but it was such a difficult position for you to be in.
My nigga Dirty $60 fucking bucks and be like, just send me 30, babe. You know what I mean? Spend another 40 for us to eat and shit. That was a bargain spider if you want to know.
Yeah, it's gonna itch when it dries.
For sure. It is. But you know, I do what I can for
fucking
the homies.
bargain spiders.
I wasn't always able to, you know, pull up at the T-Bell and be like, Skyylos, I got you. Put your shit away. You heard? So it felt good when I could do that. You know what I mean? Like,
before we get to our last subject on the list, Skyylos.
Yep.
You've been in the background
my
kind of
nigga's
quiet.
back.
But listen, my man's just went through a transitional period this year.
Yep.
So let's have like a little mini segment for Skyylos, double wise. So check it out. When he first came here, Knight brought him, and Knight kind of brought him just as like an extra person to be there. You didn't have any reason to be there, right?
Well,
No,
I
wanted him to soak up game.
Well,
Well, I mean,
you didn't have a specific targeted reason to be there.
Nah,
You
it
were,
was just a transportation.
yeah, you
at
weren't
the time.
featuring any. Yeah, you just drove him here. But the fact that you're a musician, that's all it needs to be. So your first day you came over to Cthulhu Caverns, you've been invited ever since then, and we've grown a friendship, a best friendship.
Pretty much.
Because I don't have any friends. You're looking at them. The only people missing from this
I'm not his
scenario,
friend. I'm his motherfucking family.
brother, we family.
Yeah, we're all brothers.
The only
at this
people
point. This is
missing
like
from
the
this
OG.
circle that you're looking at right now is my wife,
Jay,
Jay,
Doomslayer,
Doomslayer,
Willie
Diligent,
Dangerfield,
Willie Dangerfield, Saint B.
Saint B.
Like those are my
Really
friends.
the only ones missing, yeah.
And Saint
Oh,
B.
shout out! I mean, like the extended fam. They know.
Oh,
who they
there's
is,
more
you know.
than that, but they're not like
Yeah, but that's who come here at all times.
yeah,
They pretty
yeah.
much cover the bases, right? Oh,
Yeah.
Lil Das. I
Oh, we-
guess.
Lil
forgot-
Dos, Lil Dos.
Yeah, forgot
You know what?
Dos.
I haven't even told none of y'all this or Cthulhu Caverns fans. Lil Dos, I'm not gonna lie. Let me say, I got a little buzz, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut a filter off. I literally envy Lil Dos. I'm jealous.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Why?
Not like in a way where it'd affect our relationship, but
Of course not. I know that because you're.
but as a chopper, as a tongue twister, it's just so hard to do.
Oh, yeah.
Like when your homie Jay enjoys it because it's a super strong challenge.
Yeah.
Me, I've been doing it for 7 years, 8 years, and it's just such a difficult thing to do right that I always pressure myself to a point where like either it's the best tongue twist verse I ever did or it's subpar. And Lil Doss is almost like just fluent in that language. Like his rap style is chopper.
Yep.
It is.
So
Yep.
when you look at Ritz
I love
or
it.
ISO or fucking Tech
Shout
or
out Lil Daz.
like Bone Thugs and Harmony, you expect that. And when you hear it and it's just so perfectly dialed into the style, it makes a person like me envious. You know what I'm saying? Because it's really difficult for me to come up with double time, triple time, quadruple. I don't even know about quadruple time. You know what I'm saying? But when you watch a person do it very well, and plus, you know, another thing I'm kind of envious of, not really necessarily, but one thing that has added to Lil Doss's career being dope is that his dad is a big name. His dad is a fucking influence. Shout out Big Doss. So when you have a person like that, you have to live in their shadow. You kind of have to be better than them.
You know.
So, you know, and obviously the envious part just comes from comes from the fact that he has a person in his life that is above his station so far, just reputation wise, that it allows him better doors in the industry.
Yeah, it does.
And I'm not hating at all because if I like
I feel like if he in there, he would say something.
If white privilege was real, like I do believe in white privilege, as in like if I'm driving a car, I know I have less possibility of a cop pulling me over.
Word.
But I've been broke my whole life. I've never even been blue collar. You know what I'm saying? Like I've always been behind on one bill or the other. You know what I'm saying? So
I guess I'm pretty blue collar these days.
Yeah, these days I'm a lot more than I was, but I've never ever been extremely comfortable. I've never been like, I ain't got shit to worry about. I just never had that. I highly doubt Lil Doss has either. But the one thing that I've never had is just opportunities by birthright or race right or anything like that.
What's crazy is my father was a rapper and a very popular, prominent rapper in New York. And in Brooklyn, it's very hard to do.
Well, and because everybody raps and everybody's good in Brooklyn.
But King Spliff, take a whiff, get a whiff. You heard? King Spliff, man. Shout out my OGs, for real. I almost said rest in peace. Oh Lord, forgive me.
Yeah, we're closing in on 2 hours. One of the longer Cthulhu caverns. So the last subject I want to bring up, I've nominated Night.
Oh, we talking about this on Cthulhu.
Yes. Now, Skyylo, I ordered the chip originally for you, but it's not that much of a challenge. I have 2 of them. They're coming.
Oh, boy.
But we're going to separate them. They're going to be special events. I've nominated this black bastard right here.
Oh, for
the one chip challenge.
Oh, fuck. Here we go.
Now, I'm not sure. Oh, no. Can I window capture? Let's see. Hold on. All right, we'll see. We're gonna end this with me getting obliterated by a fucking chip. And listen, there's no, there is no way for me to convey how I really felt inside, because outside I was, to be honest with you, looking back at the video, I'm like, damn, I was kind of thug life in that video.
You got a lot of followers, bro. You suited and loaded, man.
Dude, I'm trying. I've been trying hard, though. Really hard. Like, too hard for my own good. Hello. Why is this? Oh, I don't know. Anyways, but when I did the chip, I tried to hold my composure as best as I could and be, like, gangster.
Yeah, it is.
So, I, like, during the time when I did this challenge, I literally was going... in my head, I'm like, I can't look like a little bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I gotta like drink water the week before, just water.
No, I promise you, as a person that has done this,
Nothing
helps.
Nope.
I'm saying just because I don't want to. I'm not trying to burn my sphincter.
No, I don't.
You feel me? I need my sphincter.
I'm gonna need that. It's gonna clear my sinuses, and I'm gonna love it.
So
it's definitely gonna do that.
I definitely have to piss. So here you go. This is what happened to me. All right, so this is the one chip challenge. I'm gonna fucking regret it, but I'm gonna do it. Where's the warning at again?
On the back.
All right, here's what it says. Warning, do not eat if you're sensitive to spicy foods, allergic to peppers, nightshades, or capsaicin, or are pregnant or have any medical conditions. Keep out of reach of children. After touching the chip, wash your hands with soap and do not touch your eyes or other sensitive areas. Seek medical assistance should you experience difficulty breathing, fainting, or extended nausea.
But you
Sounds
have
like
stomach
something-
issues.
Oh, I'll be all right.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I have to eat the whole chip?
Yep.
Fuck.
Put the whole thing in and blah, blah, blah down.
Oh, man. I guess this is it. Mm-mm-mm.
All that packaging for one chip.
I am retarded. Oh, it's all broken, too. You know, it smells like death.
Let me smell it.
All right, here we go. Let me pour this crap in my mouth.
Should have done that. Oh, it's on your face. There you go. Oh, fuck. Don't touch your eyes.
Watch how quickly it takes to kick in.
Don't touch anything with that hand. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Your eyes are already watering.
Fuck. Huh. Oh, that's very unpleasant. Ugh. Ugh. Fuck. Oh, I can breathe fire right now. Oh, my goodness.
Hurry up and, like, keep swallowing so you can get the shit off your tongue.
Why? Why would somebody do this?
That's what we were asking. Are you okay?
Yeah. Oh, don't breathe. All right, I need the milk.
What?
It makes the milk taste like shit. Oh, it burns so bad. Why?
Oh, yeah, you don't look good. Your eyes, you're watering, you're crying there, killer.
Oh, this is the most unpleasant thing I've ever done. It's like my tongue's taking a bath in acid.
And you use the word unpleasant? How about horrible? Yeah, you got a face full of tears.
It's bad.
Just put it in your mouth and hold it there. Maybe that'll help if you let your tongue soak in it. Alright, so this is the one chip challenge. I'm gonna fucking regret it, but I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, so fortunately I had this muted the whole time.
I think we broke night.
If I didn't have this muted, you would have heard all of my friends laughing at me at full volume.
Great, now the Joker laugh kicking in. Okay, here we go.
You said you're laughing, but guess what? You're not.
I'm next.
You're next, motherfucker. You laugh it up. Laugh it up, funny boy.
Here's the thing.
We're both next.
Listen, I've ate a lot of hot shit.
No, you haven't.
I went to Puerto Rico and ate.
Dog, I ate a ghost
chilies.
pepper.
Yeah,
raw.
me too.
That shit fucking is like.
I ate an aged ghost pepper. We left it in a fucking
Dog,
cup
that's
for
kindergarten.
Like 6 months.
That's kindergarten. This is college. You know what I'm saying? Like,
This is grad
Well,
school.
let's just say I'm ready to motherfucking level up, baby.
he says
probably
that.
be crying.
We
I'm
about to
probably be
record
crying.
this.
He said,
recording it.
you
That
got a
is a
face full of
definite.
tears. He said it's like my tongue took a bath of acid.
It was.
Fuck you, Dirty, for nominating me for this stupid shit.
Look, it
I
was-
actually volunteered, and that's fucked
He
up.
did volunteer.
He
Look,
volunteered?
Yeah, he did. Yes, he did.
Asshole's gonna be.
What?
Listen, this is the guy.
Look, it was
This is the nigga who took a dab and didn't make out whole words, not sentences, words for 6 hours or more. Even after sleeping, he still couldn't say names or nothing. He was just making noises and expecting us to know what the fuck you want.
Grab me a little thing,
What'd you say, Skyylos?
Well, hold on. Look, we're gonna wrap it up. That's it. The next time you see us, it's about to be on a different level. We about to have.
About to level up.
About to level up.
Next level.
And shout out to Danny. Danny's been so silent this whole time, but she's literally like the biggest orchestrator of all the chaos.
Yeah, you don't really know, but that's who put all this Joker face paint shit on.
She's secretly plotting to murder all of you in your sleep tonight.
Look, I'm sorry. She who shall not be named. If you're watching this and you're jealous, that's for a good reason. Knight has finally met a good woman. And this woman is, I'm proud to say, a friend of mine. You know what I'm saying? There's been times where I was trying to get a hold of Knight and I called her phone. She answered instantly.
Shut the fuck up. Danny's the shit, we know.
And also,
God damn, and the caverns.
The other guy, the other quiet guy in the corner, I can't really.
Yo, Skyylos, I missed you, man. I gotta say that.
I have to say that, like, he's not.
I gotta say, I missed you.
When
man.
it's just me and him, he's not quiet. So you guys already know his perspective.
Oh, I know this nigga's thinking through some shit.
Yep.
So what I want to ask you is, in the light of that, before we end, what did you learn?
And in light of what? What are we
In
talking
light
about?
of everything that
this whole year,
happened.
This whole
year has been a long time. A year's a long time.
Yeah, from last year to this year. Now this year finna be up. So this is like 3 years now we've been rocking.
We met
Fuck
in
that.
2019.
So
that we did meet in 2019, March 2019 probably.
All right,
years
so-
we've been
January.
so-
rocking.
February probably.
So from 2019 till where we are now, Skyylos, what have you learned?
What have I learned? Well, let me see.
Or what have you come to realization of yourself and the people around you?
There you go. That's
There
it.
we go. Well, I mean, it gave me confidence that this, like, actually making music on a professional level is an actual thing that people
It
do,
is.
and that it is, and that it's maintainable.
It is.
Right.
And that now that I'm around, like, I found my clique. I feel like, where it's just like in high school before I met Knight, like I didn't really have a clique. There was no one who shared nobody shared my interests there. At least not really. I had a pseudo clique like back in 2015, 16, but then that fell apart due to a bunch of emotional bullshit. And then as a 21-year-old from the 19-year-old that I was, or 20-year-old I was. Like, I've changed as a man. I've changed as a man.
As a person.
As a person. Like, I've changed as a artist. How I look at making music.
And we can vouch for that. You can vouch for that. Go back and listen to Zodiac Files.
Yeah, go back, listen to Zodiac Files, then listen to Euphoria.
Then listen to Euphoria. And then I think we've already broke the name on accident. I'm 100% sure we broke the name on accident.
Yeah.
Claustrophobic.
Claustrophobic.
It's coming soon.
Maybe not as soon as y'all think, but when it does drop.
Hey, you know what? It's the if you're a fan of anything that has happened here or will happen here, you know that when something is in the works, that is more magical when it hits.
It is.
Especially when you've heard about it. Like, all right, let me give you an example. The song "Shocked" by Tech Nine. Before it was on a CD, pretty much anybody that follows Tech on YouTube watched him hitting his overdubs. And that taught a lot of us how to overdub. Before that, I'd never seen a person just hitting their rhyme words in sync perfectly 7 times. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a thing you don't learn until you watch another artist do it.
That's a fact.
And when anybody that is of the same level saw that, when a song finally came out and it's fruition, you're just like, wow, that's what music sounds like. That's magic.
Yes.
Yep.
So, from you knowing, because he's been on Cthulhu Caverns his entire hip-hop career. His hip-hop career started the moment that he started working on Zodiac Files.
Yep.
And from then to here, I have to say, is unappointed, because I did not select this goddamn shit. Sometimes I'm kind of pissed off about it, but other times I feel like it's probably the right place to be. I've been, I don't know how, but forced into a leadership position. And
I mean, you kind of
it's the leader.
You kind of have to be.
I know, I get that.
You're the helmsman. You
I
know
get
what I'm
that.
saying? Like,
You see, I think
you don't have to be because we can all get our little setups at the crib.
Oh, look,
and
hold
then
up.
do it.
With that being said, let me retract just a little bit. If there was no me, it wouldn't matter. Everybody here would be doing just as good as they are, but just a little less polished.
Yeah.
People wouldn't give a fuck, basically.
yeah.
We got the one person in the world who actually gives a fuck to care
I
if
care.
our shit. To care if our shit sounds good just as
I
much
care,
as his own shit.
and
He
not
does
not
care.
just a reputation of my studio, but
No.
also because I am friends with these people,
Yes.
and I want
Yeah.
them to be pleased.
He cared. Like, listen, bruh, at the end of the day, we're artists, but we man first, bruh.
Men,
And
Yeah.
as a man, I had to say, like, I'm glad that I brought Skyylo on board. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Right,
never
'cause
one time regretted that decision. Not
Skyylo,
once.
I told him
In the
probably.
beginning, I'm gonna be honest because I'm not even drunk, but I'm high and I've been having a great day, so my filter's a little gone too. In the beginning, niggas didn't know what the fuck I was doing it for. Everybody asked me like, "Why? Why would you even bring somebody? You don't even need nobody on." I know that it's not about need. It's about me actually seeing something in somebody else.
Right? Because I
that
told
nobody
Skyylo the
was
same shit.
Willing to say, you know what I mean? Like,
I told Skyylo
everybody seen my man walking through the streets of Charlotte doing what he do. But
Yep.
nobody had in their mind like I had in my mind, well shit. Eventually I'm gonna stop this cat. Like I'm gonna press this cat, see what's what. You know what I mean? And it just so happened the gods move in the way that they do.
they
You
do,
heard?
right?
We end up
Um,
working at the same
We work
spot.
at the same spot. I was like, yo, that's my mans that be walking through there. And he got in the paper, and we started talking because every day he had to see me. We was like, I was working
Yeah,
at a
he was.
cafe.
He was
You
working at
heard?
the, he was
Tell
working at a
him, Skyylo.
cafe. I was working at the sewing machines.
Yup.
Yep. Every day
Yep.
I'd come out, I'd get my coffee.
I'd
He'd
say,
be,
"What up?"
and then
He'd say,
he'd be
"What
like,
up?"
"What up, bro?" I'd be like, "What's good?"
Yup.
And
that's
then
how
we
it
ended up
started.
getting to talking. And at some point, he just came over to me sitting down. I was listening to, like, what was I listening to? Like, the new tech at the time or some
Yeah,
shit?
some shit.
No, it was Mercules, I think.
That's what it was. And
Yeah,
I
it
was
was-
like, nobody listen to that cat unless they, you know what I mean? He an underground cat. Like, you
But he
know,
got
they-
bars.
Yeah.
he's
I think it might have
somebody-
been, you know what I think it was? I think it was bass.
It was bass.
Yeah, it was Mercules
That's exactly
bass
what
featuring
it
Tech
was.
9 and Hobson.
Hobson, yeah, word.
Do
Yeah.
I know this song?
Yeah, I'm sure you do. I'm sure you've heard about it.
I'm
now.
sure I do too, but I've only heard it once, so I need to
Soon
go
as
play
I
it
heard
again.
him rapping that, I was like, bruh, do you... No, I invited him. Either he invited me to his spot or I invited him to mine. Either way, we went to lunch
We
or
went to
something.
your spot.
We ended up at my spot. He dropped me off at the crib, and we got to talking. I was like, "You write your own music?" And that was it. After that, he came through with the laptop. We tried our first couple
That's
recordings.
Look,
where we
the-
recorded the Keenshin
the
disc.
original Kenshin did.
hand-
Hey,
Handout
well,
rapper.
look, when he first showed up to my studio, he had an acoustic guitar strapped to his back
Yes, he
and
did.
more potential than anybody I've ever seen in 10 years.
Yes. Also, my thing, this is why I grabbed Skyylo. This is what I was going to say towards the end. I grabbed him because that man was already performing for hundreds of people every day in Charlotte and didn't give a fuck.
Didn't even
You know
notice he
what I'm saying?
was.
Didn't even notice he was, but people
I still
was paying
do.
attention. I know you still do.
Yeah,
do it.
and
You know,
sometimes
it's
I
my-
have to be like, yo, you being awkward as hell, my dog.
Yeah, like, yo, we be in the most crazy
But hold up,
spots. But that's his thing.
with all due respect, I was the same person though. I just didn't
was
like.
too.
I didn't just do it by myself though. Instead of like just walking around practicing, I just walked up to strangers because
Yeah,
I just
yeah,
had
right.
I had no
Yup.
fear, and you shouldn't. If you're listening to this, all right, unless somebody's a true piece of shit, they might commit violence on you.
Yup.
But your average human being, they're just waiting for somebody to surprise them.
Yeah.
Okay? So if you can pull anything from this episode, 1 hour and 57 minutes of this podcast, if you made it this far, here's some knowledge that will really benefit you. All they can say is no.
That's the worst thing niggas say.
And even then, just be like, fuck it, I'm going to still spit.
Get a second opinion.
Because, yeah, well, no, fuck a second opinion. Fuck that second opinion. If they, first off, they're like, no, I don't listen to it, I'm good, bro. Just start rapping anyway.
Just keep playing.
If you have confidence that you think that you're good enough that they're gonna actually be swayed by your talent, do it. Fucking do it.
Go for it. Only a dead fish
Goes with the flow.
Let's get it, baby.
What's up, bro?
Cthulhu.
There we go.
What? I thought that was I thought that was a one and done. Nah.
Nah, that shit coming back, baby.
That was a tag team.
And don't let your
team man
meatloaf.
right
I don't know what
Don't
it
let
means.
your meatloaf.
I don't know what the fuck it means, but I heard it in a movie once. Let's go, baby. Cthulhu Caverns, we gone.
From the family of Cthulhu Cameras, I am Dirty B,
I'm your
the
boy,
ugly
Knight.
half of the Bearded Weirdos. That's
Boy,
Night.
Knight.
That is.
The Adventures of Skyylos, Two Eyes, and his friends.
And one of our newest, most valued members, fuck you. I ain't gonna say your name. I ain't gonna say your
Armageddon.
I ain't gonna say your name.
Hey,
Armageddon, that's her name. Yo, listen. You
Danny
in
D.
if you were reborn 10 times through reincarnation,
Dirty would
you
kill all
couldn't
10.
you couldn't be a quarter of dope as Danny is. I'm sorry. No, I'm not.
No, not
I
even
literally
an eight.
hope you die and Knight gets all his kids. We gonna figure it out. Listen,
No, only-
I literally hope you drive into oncoming traffic.
Okay, can we end the podcast?
Skyylos, Two Eyes.
We're
also
gonna end it there,
wishes
but
for you to die.
We're
in
We're gonna end it there. We're gonna end it there, man.
Yeah, Danny is better than you by like 25 degrees.
Danny D, nigga, D's nuts.
And if you want to find her and her solo shit, just go on Pornhub and type in Danny D. You're gonna see a male version of her. That's that. All right, this is not her final form.
Right.
All right, we're done. See you later. Hey, hold up. We got 30 more seconds, and we got 2 hours.
All right, so 30 seconds.
30
All right.
seconds. All right.
Is that her final form?
All right,
They
so I
don't want
got
to get it
some-
with. Yo. All right. Hold